Yo, this is Nick D.
I'm Brie K, and this is Kasari.
You already know what it is, man. It's William Cater.
Yo, this is DJ Lost and Found from the Missing Link podcast.
Hey, what up? It's Miss Hero from Pew Army.
This is Stephen the Levite.
Yo, what's good, y'all? It's your boy YP, aka Young Paul. You know what I mean? Representing the East Coast, New York, Jersey, stand up.
And you're tuned into the That's Not
Christian Podcast. Woo!
Yo, we here. We are back. What up, y'all? It's your boy Switch. I'm here with your man Jimmy. I'm here with your boy Jay. I'm here with your man Ant. And we have our very, very special guest, one and only Loso. Loso. Oh, no, that's how you slogan.
We back, man.
What's your slogan?
Has it been over a year?
Yeah.
It's been over a year.
Yeah.
Basically. Definitely.
Loso, what's your slogan?
Man, I got that. I got charisma. I got punches in the flow. That's cold. Mm-hmm. I knew you was gonna lose the battle. I just came here so you wouldn't lose your soul. And then everybody repents and gets saved right after that.
The whole venue, everybody.
Yo, I was listening to the intro right now, and I'm like, "Dag, yo, we didn't get a drop from Loso, man."
I was thinking that. I said, first of all, Young Paul is like the most New York dude I've ever met.
Right, yeah.
I've only seen that clip, but I was like, if New York was a human, he was so New York in that intro, bro.
Like AKA Young Paul, AKA Smack Your Goofy,
AKA all that, bro.
Talk to me nice, AKA.
Is he a rapper?
Yeah, oh yeah.
Okay, I gotta check him out.
Yeah, he actually got a joint dropping with Riggs June 10th.
Okay, bet that.
Yes, sir.
Yeah,
so what's going on, fellas? What you was gonna say, Ant?
No, I say he the one that ruffled all the holy smoke feathers.
True. You remember that, Los?
Who?
The diss track to Indie Tribe.
YP had a diss track, yeah.
I've never heard of YP though.
It wasn't even like a diss track like that.
It wasn't a diss track. He was just challenging them to some bars and all that.
It was just
a diss track.
No, it wasn't.
YP's my man, but yeah, that joke was a diss track, bro.
You think so?
Man.
Nah.
Yeah. I wish I would have heard. I definitely would have retweeted
if you throwing bars at somebody, it's a diss track, bro.
Nah, but it wasn't like crazy and nothing. He's wrestling.
Bro, you're right. He talking like it's hit him up or something like that, bro. It wasn't
but then he dropped the second one.
It wasn't no Vaseline. So
it wasn't like that. You making wrestling references.
But then he dropped the second one. Remember the second one? He was going in more.
Oh, I forgot about the second one. Yeah, the second one he slapped somebody, I think. Yeah.
Yeah, he went out Rockstar JT. Yeah, and then we got in trouble for all that. We caught smoke because of that. We caught holy smoke because of that.
Yeah,
because we retweeted it. I know YP, that's my man. I was like, yeah, I'm gonna promote your joint. Why not? It's a little fun.
It was tight, yo. Yeah, that's true.
It was in the feelings for sure.
Yeah, I did not know that.
That's when we get no invite to no holy smoke.
That's probably why.
Never get invited.
I should have crashed it. See, that's when you tell you was here, yo.
Nah.
When was Holy Smoke? Was it this past weekend?
Like 2 weeks. 2 weeks?
The 27. Yep, 27.
What's a Memorial Weekend?
Yep.
Okay, cool. Yeah. And Los, you was there, right?
Yeah. So I played in the basketball game. It was Team 116 versus Team Indie Tribe. And
who you played on?
I think I was Team Indie Tribe.
Okay.
Yep.
And you got smoked?
You know what? They got smoked.
Wait, who was on Team 116 though? Who was playing?
That's the thing. Bro, Lecrae was coaching, but they had none of their rappers.
He was on his Fat Joe. He recruited pros.
And so, bro, you had dudes from Clemson, from the Harlem Globetrotters, all that, bro. And I was like, y'all serious? You know what I'm saying? I'm over here passing the ball to.
Did you like the Rucker?
To Pastor John O, and I'm like, all right, I guess
John O.
It's me and Rich Perez out there running the 1 and 2. You know what I'm saying? But it was fun though. It was fun.
Nice. So wait, so wait, y'all spanked the team or they spanked y'all?
Nah, they it was like a 6-7 point game like throughout the whole time. Like
okay.
But here's the thing though. I ended up getting the lead down to 2, bro. Got hot, came out in the second half, boom. 3. First of all, they was telling me, it was like, Loso.
He said, I got it down to 2. You heard that?
That's a fact.
Like
Look, but this is just me being real. So boom, hit another one. Then hit another one. The praise going crazy. Then DJ Michael was like, all right, Los, you know what I'm saying, man? We're going to put you on the bench real quick, bro.
That was your coach?
That was our coach, yeah. Okay. And so he's telling me, he's trying to get me. It's a fact. He goes and he's telling me like, yo, we gotta get you some rest. I'm like, for what? I said, like, the you know what I'm saying? I'm hot right now. And so I don't get put back in the game until like
fourth quarter.
Like no, so it was only 2 halves, but 3 minutes into the second half. And so they already up by like 11 at this point. You know what I'm saying? And so I'm cold. I'm out there bricking. I'm like,
terrible coaching. Yo.
In my head, I'm just like, all right, you know, I know who I am in Christ. I'm just trying to encourage myself while I'm getting myself down the court. And so it was a wrap at that. I'm not saying that we would have won if I would have said. I'm just saying like,
you don't sit the high hand.
So yeah.
Yo, DJ Michael, hold this L, man. You gotta own exactly. You ain't no Phil Jackson.
But it was a good time though. But like I said, I mean, they had guys out there.
So Lecrae brought out like Golden State and all his connects. Like
they had one dude. No lie, bro. The ball. Somebody missed a shot on their team, and some dude came and jumped from the free throw line, caught it.
You just saw in the clips. You just saw in the clips. You're like,
I was just like, word. That's what we doing right now.
Yo, but that's pretty dope. I always thought about that, like a Christian basketball team or league, like just to see that. That's dope, man. That they did that. You know what I mean? It's a great concept, and I'm sure every year everybody's gonna enjoy that and want to see that. You know?
Yeah, and that whole day on Friday, you know, they do like they did like panel discussions between like different artists, and so that night was that event, and I think they did like an after party too, like a cipher and all that stuff. But I had to get ready for my battle next day, so I ended up going home.
So it's a whole weekend then, like the Holy Smoke, or it's 2 days, right?
Nah, they try to. I think they start off on Thursday with something small. Friday is obviously that big stuff, and then obviously Saturday's the big concert. So I think it's kind of similar to I don't know if you guys remember Flavor Fest, but you know Flavor Fest out in Tampa, it kind of has that vibe of similar how it's orchestrated, thing too, right? Yeah, but Flavor Fest, you know, they're performing both days. So, but you know, I mean, one thing you gotta. I mean, we can talk about this later, but one thing you kind of got to give to Indie Tribe, bro, is like they did that whole like. To me, I was watching it and I was like, yo, they kind of got it right now in CHH, in my opinion. And I'm not really like in tune with everything in CHH, but from what I was seeing, it just seems like they're the pulse of like everybody was out there, and then you know you just getting Reach Records beside you and getting all these other cats who's kind of popping in the culture beside you. That lets me know, like, you know, people kind of look at y'all like, yo, all right, keep cooking.
Yeah. Definitely, they got the baton right now. You know what I'm saying? After like 116, they like what 116 was when Cross Movement kind of gave 116 the baton. You know what I'm saying?
I mean, and bro, they did that in Atlanta. That's where Reach is based out of. Yeah, so they in. I mean, I'm not trying to think of no competition. I'm just saying, like, I guess to show you how much movement they really got right now. Because like for them to go into Atlanta and throw that event and bring out, bro, I think they said they had like 700 people. They had like 700 people show up to their joint. You know what I'm saying? And that's all over the world too. People flying into stuff. So salute to them.
Yo, that's dope.
Yeah, I saw Young C was there and 350.
Oh, word?
Yeah, I saw Young C flew in for that.
Oh, that's fire. So cats is coming from all over.
Yeah,
that's dope. I know they have a couple fests. I think there's Glowcella, which is another one that's coming up. They have so many of them. Look at Cowman and battle rap is whack. Oh man.
I gotta open the chat.
If you don't know who Kyle Manning is, he's just a friend of the show who doesn't like battle rap.
He don't like nothing, yo. He don't like nothing.
Yeah, but yeah, man. That's dope, man. So what else y'all did? Did y'all do anything this weekend? What y'all got into this weekend?
Todo chilling.
Chileando?
Yeah, I went to the beach, son.
You went to the beach?
I went to the beach.
Which one? The Muscle Beach?
We went to Muscle Beach.
Yeah, I brought my guns to Muscle Beach.
Let's go. What's the name of that beach in Cali that is the Muscle Beach?
That's what it's called. It's on
it's
Venice.
called Muscle Beach.
Yeah, but it's in Venice.
I've been there once. I passed by there once. I walked through.
You had to show him what's up. Took off his shirt and everything.
Nah, I ain't do all that, bro.
This is how BX do it, son.
Nah, it's never. Not me.
He said,
I'm not that guy.
Or upstate, not BX anymore.
Right.
Maybe Loso. Loso come out with his guns all the time, man.
Nah, I don't. Yeah, because the air conditioning broke. That's the only reason, bro. That's a different type of
we're
broke.
in Florida.
Yeah.
Jay too. Jay got
Jay
feeling all American. We talking about gun-toting patriots over here. You know what I'm saying? So he put on his American tank top. You know what I mean?
Dre
dressed
just
up noticed
that.
He rep it. He's like,
that dude wear tank tops all year, yo. Like he live in Florida.
Right.
Oh man.
Yeah. Yo,
speaking of Florida, that was my weekend. I was just there. Came back today.
Where'd you go? What part?
I was in Fort Myers.
Okay.
Yeah. So
that bag is different,
cool.
Huh?
What they got in Fort Myers? What you do out there?
That's not Christian bag. Y'all send them on lights and stuff.
That dude's always somewhere.
Yeah, Fort Myers. I mean, the way I describe it is a lot of old people with their grandkids. Yeah, so it's not like Miami. Yeah, it's not like Miami.
Thank God you didn't go to Miami.
Oh yeah, I know. I would have got screwed probably with that storm.
I saw that.
Yeah. Yeah, it's not like Orlando, but it was cool. It was nice, chill, and yeah, we just went to like a few things. We did a few things with the kids, the pool, all that stuff.
I saw you was dipping in a Tesla.
Oh yeah. Shout out to Hertz for that.
Shout them out. They didn't give you none.
Yeah, they did.
They sold you some.
They gave me a few percentages off of that rental.
So this dude was pushing. You was pushing the Tesla out there, huh?
Yeah, man. What an amazing vehicle. That's all I got.
Ready to buy?
Yeah.
Man,
you did self-driving or what?
Of course, I did it. I did all that.
You went to sleep?
Chill. I didn't go to sleep. We get home and then we get into our minivan and my wife is like, "Wow, this car is dumb."
It's not a smart car. It's a dumb car.
Not a smart car. She's like, "Oh man, maybe we should buy one." And I'm like, "Chill, woman. Get behind me, please." Wow. Can't do that yet.
Yo, that joint still don't got a catalytic converter. Y'all was like rolling.
Nah, that's not the one.
That's not the one.
No, that wasn't the one. Yo, but which one y'all had? The Y or was it the Y?
Yeah, we had the Y Performance.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, that joint was wild.
Oh, you can get one of those right now.
Yeah, I mean, but
we got
other plans. You feel me?
Yeah,
you know, we trying to build wealth.
Let's talk about this. Let's talk about your charging time. How long it took to charge?
45
so
minutes.
Okay, here's a great. I'm glad you asked that because that was one of my concerns. Like, damn, we're gonna waste all this time charging.
I do get excited.
Right.
Yo, in 30 minutes, we was already at 100%. So we literally went to get something to eat, and by the time we was out, that's it. Like the car was charged up all the way.
Yeah. How much was it though?
I think it's what I say. Sent you guys a screenshot. So I got the car at 88%. I went all the way down to 50. So from 50 to 100% charge, that was like $17.
That's it.
That's it.
You said from 50 or 15?
50.
No, 50. 50.
Oh, okay.
Half. That's nothing.
That's half a tank.
That's like a four cylinder. It's like a 4-cylinder now.
Yo, I just spent $60 on half a tank.
But remember, I got it at 88%, right? And then obviously the first day, I'm just like, I'm pressing the accelerator so we could get that rush, right?
Mm-hmm.
So that was like every so often, and then my wife was getting annoyed, but my kids loved it. Then the next day it was like more chill. Okay, let's just drive.
Yeah, these Christians are different. They driving Teslas out here, man.
Come on, son. The Lord is good.
You're on that KB Lecrae level.
Not yet. We getting there though. We getting there.
He 116. That's why.
Oh, that's true.
That's stock options, man.
Yeah. You already know.
So you had a great weekend.
Yeah, it was cool. It was.
Y'all didn't get none of that rain, Los, in Tampa.
Nah, what, bro? I feel like it's been raining the same time every day. 5 o'clock, 6 o'clock, getting hit with it.
That's that harp.
But that's also because we technically in hurricane season. So
yeah,
I don't know. You know, I mean, I know around like August, September, it's gonna get really nasty out here. But it's just something we deal with.
That's why your tickets were cheap, Jay.
Say again.
That's why your tickets were cheap. Like,
I mean that little storm developed during the week. It wasn't even
that was crazy
beforehand. Yeah.
Y'all saw them people in Miami coming out them clubs and getting soaked.
Swimming, yo.
Nah, I didn't see that.
That was wild.
It's a bad time in the club.
That's the part of Miami they don't show you, bro.
Yeah, that's true.
Where was that? Like by the beach, like Collins and all.
That's like South Beach.
Yeah.
It
was
like South Beach. The strip over there.
Yeah, that joint was crazy.
There's no wet willies this week.
Yeah, it was wet.
Oh, they got the wet part right.
No Fat
crazy.
Tuesdays or wet willies for y'all this week.
Nah.
That's crazy, man.
Oh, look, people looking for Bryson.
Oh man.
Wow.
We not rush our show.
Told you.
Nah, we not. Yeah.
Oh, we not, yo. They gotta stick around, yo. And wait.
So, Ant, what you did?
Nothing.
Nada.
Nah, we're at a party with some neighbors, man. One of the neighbors, one of my neighbors, his mother-in-law turned 80, so they had a little party in the back, had the tent out there.
Oh, she got twisted.
Huh?
she got twisted
at 80, really?
You broke out the hookah and everything?
What, like the Bronx? Nah. Oh, they all from the Bronx, though.
They all
from the Bronx. Yeah.
Oh, wow.
So, what that mean? That they do hookah?
Yeah, you know how y'all Bronx.
You know how Bronx.
You got a portable hookah. Switch go everywhere with his hookah.
He got a travel
portable.
Come on, Switch.
That joint folds out. But that's all we did, man. We chilled with them. It was straight.
Yeah. So, because I saw your backyard. The joint is hooked up now. Now you got the TV.
Now. We done. Yeah. That's what we did. We watched Top Gun with the kids.
Yo, Los, you got to see this dude's backyard, bro. That joint is like top golf. It's like watching. It's like playing top golf. The joint is like backsplash and all that. It's different.
Difference, huh? Dang. It's like you in a cabana somewhere in like Puerto Rico, bro. It's like a little private cabana. Yeah,
that's a
fact. You got like an acre?
Nah, I'm about a little over a quarter. Nah, I ain't got no acre though. Nah.
Oh, we got DJ Jeremiah in the building.
Liz,
what's up? JBOC Music, what up? Lost and Found, what up? Actor Slob.
We outside.
What up? Canvas and Play Music.
AK the Slob. Okay.
Yeah.
Shout out to you.
But yeah, what'd you do, Switch? You was coaching again?
I was coaching.
He was grilling.
Yo, my all right, so I got coach pitch, right? I gotta throw the balls to the kids. My pitching sucks, man. Like these kids would be hitting better. Yeah, I got someone else that pitches for me, but sometimes he don't make it because he's a volunteer as well, like me.
Right.
And when he pitches, like the kids hit the ball further because he pitches it nice and even. And
right.
When I saw pitching, I'll be beaming these kids. I'll be hitting them. Bad news bears.
That's why you gotta leave that hookah alone,
Yeah, man. So, but it was a good game. We don't count no scores and nothing like that. But the kids are definitely improving and getting better. I got a small team too. I got like 5-year-olds. Mm-hmm. So a lot of our kids are smaller than the teams we play. We play like 7, 8-year-olds. But yeah, they had fun, man.
Dominican teams, right?
Yeah, like what's that dude's name? Yeah. What was the name of that dude? That lied?
Oh, the one that lied? Oh.
I forgot his name that he lied. That he was like 16
talking about that not too long ago too.
Yeah.
Right.
And what else did I do? Oh, I caught the Devin Haney.
You watched it?
Mm-hmm.
How was it?
How was it?
It was kind of boring, kind of lackluster, but Devin Haney definitely won. Like he won all the rounds. You know what I'm saying? He outboxed Cambosos. He made Cambosos look like he shouldn't even be a champ. You know what I'm saying?
That was Saturday night, right?
Yeah, that was Saturday evening, and they were fighting in Australia. I didn't know Australia gets like everybody was like loud and rowdy, and I was like, wow, Australia is really about that boxing life, you know.
Really?
Bro, they ex-cons, bro. For real. You know that's how Australia got populated. They emptied out the prisons from the UK and they sent them all to Australia.
Australia?
That's a fact.
Wow.
Who would that join?
How long ago was this?
Oh, it was a long time ago.
A long time ago. These are
Well, I'm saying, you know what I mean?
Like
I'm not saying
1500.
They
history.
set them on the Mayflower.
Bro, they like they like the gypsies, you know what I'm saying?
Wow, that's crazy.
Yeah.
Yeah,
bro.
They wildin', bro. They wild.
Yo,
Don't
Los,
mess with Australians, bro.
you a Rays fan or you a Yankee fan, man?
Man, so I don't really watch baseball like that. But if I had to root for a team, though, it's the Mets. I grew up right across from Shea Stadium, so
Queens in the building.
Right, you from Queens?
Let's go.
All right, that makes sense.
That's what I'm talking about, yo.
You know, that's it. Yeah.
Los, you can come to the backyard. We could grill anytime now, yo.
So you grew up a Mets fan?
Yeah, I did.
See, yo, my favorite Mets team was that Carlos Beltran, David Wright, Jose Reyes team, bro.
Oh wow!
Oh yeah,
that's awesome. Yeah, I met all those guys.
Right.
I used to work for Loso, do you remember Mama's in 104 in Corona, the sandwich spot? All right, so
You used to make
they're
sandwiches?
pretty. Yes, no, I never made sandwiches, but they're famous for their subs. Their subs, so they got a spot in Shea Stadium.
Okay.
So I would go, in Shea Stadium at the time. They still do actually now in City Field. So I worked for them, and I used to go to the games, and I used to be in one of the stands. And then they're like so famous that the players would go before the game and go get like sandwiches at the spot. Bro, I met David Wright, Reyes, Carlos Beltran.
So you made the sandwiches?
No, I didn't make them. I didn't do that. Nah, they had like the ladies that do that. Yeah, nah, I didn't take any.
So was that the team that lost to the Yankees in the World Series?
Yo, Bronx, be quiet.
In the Subway Series?
No.
In the World Series.
They didn't make it.
No, they didn't make it.
You talking about Mike Piazza and them.
That's the Piazza team that made it.
Yeah. Beltran and them, though, they made it. They lost to who? Albert Pujols, right? Right before?
Oh yeah, because they went to the World Series again, right, in 2015 or something like that.
But Beltran and them wasn't on that team, right?
No,
I don't
he
know.
came after
the Beltran Reyes team. I think they went in like Game 7, but I don't think it was. I think it was right before the World Series though.
Yeah, they just went to the conference, like the final, like
they almost. I mean, I really thought we had a chance that year, but
yeah, everybody did.
Mets fans always think that every year.
Yeah, there you go.
Wow. Yo, but we're in basketball season right now anyway, man. Let's talk about the Knicks, though.
The Knicks? Nah, we don't want to talk about that.
Right.
Los, at least you're a Knicks fan, right? Come on.
So you know what, man? I was.
He was a Melo fan.
Yeah. That's the thing. No, that's the thing. I'm an NBA fan, like top to bottom. I just rock with the NBA. But Carmelo Anthony, whatever team he plays for, I'm diehard. And so for the Knicks, when he was Knicks tape, I was Knicks everything, bro. I'm talking about like you couldn't tell me nothing about the Knicks. But I support them here and there whenever I see them. I always like seeing them do good because it's Madison Square. But
so now
that was one of their best teams that they had when they had Melo,
Stoudemire, yep,
that was the best.
Yep.
The Chandler,
yep,
Tyson Chandler,
all of them, man.
Yeah.
So now you Miami or what?
Nah, I'm
Miami.
I mean, I was technically going for the Lakers because I wanted to see Melo win a ring, but
okay,
that ain't happen.
Yeah, I guess right. Yeah, that's a fact. I guess right now, like,
Warriors.
I like this fight. Nah, you know what? I kind of want to see Tatum win a ring because I rock with Tatum a lot.
Yeah,
I like Tatum. I do like him, but I don't know if it's gonna happen, man.
Why?
They got a chance. They got a chance, but
they already beat them once.
They beat the Nets. They beat the Nets. They beat the what? What else? The first seed, right?
Milwaukee. They beat Milwaukee.
And then they beat Milwaukee. They beat some good teams.
It's something about Golden State, yo. When they just, I don't know, man. Like they got that talent. Like, yo, I think they have a great eye for talent, yo. Like the way Poole, you know what I'm saying? Poole get it going.
Yeah, but them boys be like up, like they too inconsistent for me.
They are. Well, that's what I'm saying. Because if one is up, another one is down.
Curry's hitting. Curry's like doing his thing, but then Poole, I'm like, yo, what you haven't? Last night he was doing okay, but
yeah.
I felt like he wasn't hooping since the Denver series. And then Klay, you might. If I'm Steve Kerr, I'm not putting Klay Thompson in until the second half because that's when he don't start scoring anyway. I don't know what the hell you've been doing in the first half. Bro. Yeah, so it's just I just feel like Celtics, they just got like they said Melo about to play. That's hilarious, man.
That's foul enough.
Nah, I got some of my homies, they always like, man, Melo gotta go to the big three, bro. He's done, he's wise. I'm like, yo, he just averaged 14 off the bench. Like, let my man live.
That's foul. That's foul. I loved Melo, man, for years, but
so y'all think
there's a curse. There's a curse on Melo any team he goes to. Yeah, there is. He went to Houston. They got bumped in like the first round.
Nah, they remember he only played, bro.
And then he went to the Lakers, and now they got bumped out the first round.
You can't blame Melo for that, man.
Or they didn't even make the playoffs, right?
Nah, they
didn't. That was terrible. I knew that team wasn't gonna do nothing.
Yeah,
it just looked good on paper, yo. It was
so
awful.
who y'all got with the series?
I'm still go Golden State, yo.
And
Team
it's
Jesus.
gonna go 7 games, man. I just don't know. I mean, probably, man. I don't know, bro. I might
be confused. Let's see how the next game go. They're probably gonna go back and forth because yo, that Miami Boston series was crazy.
Same.
And Jimmy Butler, the one that blew that one. So
you think so?
With that 3, he ain't have to take that 3.
He didn't, but I was okay with it though, man.
Yeah, because if he hits, then it's like,
right,
yo,
he the man.
He's a hero.
He hits and he's owning half of South Beach.
Yeah, like that's it. Yeah.
Yo, LNF said Celtics in 6. Tougher team will win.
Celtics in 6. Yo, you just said Melo play for ARP, yo. You don't even count.
He
Sit down.
Yo, thank you to all the members out there, though.
Yo, for real. So what we got brewing, man? What's going on in the world, man? I know last time we missed.
We had the holiday, so we missed a whole lot of topics.
Yeah, we was off. We missed the Texas shooting, right? The mass shooting that happened.
We got way more shootings since then.
Tulsa, the hospital. There was another hospital on lockdown. I want to say last night or the night before.
Yo, what is going on?
Yeah, in Philly.
It's probably out here. There was a stabbing over here. There was like 2 nurses and a doctor that got stabbed. Because we got gun restrictions over here, so there's no violence whatsoever.
This guy.
So people just stabbing each other,
bro.
Yeah.
Nurse, bro.
Yo,
how you gonna stab a nurse and a doctor?
That's this dude, yo. This dude be.
Yo, they don't no chill, bro.
Nah, he mad passive aggressive.
Oh. Nah, I mean, that's unfortunate, but he's just stabbing each other now. Like, it's crazy.
It's crazy.
Boy, they ain't got no guns in Cali like that. They got to. Like,
I was with the Texas shooting. I mean, I was furious. Obviously, you know what I'm saying. Like having kids, and I'm like, I mean,
so real quick, I get some clarification. So in that situation, because I was reading different things.
Mm-hmm.
So was it that the like the head of the police department told the cops not, like they had a chance to go in there and save most of their lives, like or like, because from what I was hearing was that the reason why so many kids end up dying was because the police didn't want to just barge in, so they was just waiting. Is that facts?
They were waiting for sure.
Yeah. It was like 40 minutes. Is that right?
But they were in there. Like the cops that were able to get their kids out got their kids out that weren't in that classroom. So they were in there, and then they went back out and then told everybody to chill. The crazy part is the guy who killed him wasn't even one of the cops that was outside, right?
Yeah. That's what I heard too. Yep.
He was a cop though.
Well, there was one gentleman that they knew because supposedly it's like a small town where everybody knows each other.
Yeah.
Right.
And they even know this kid that did this. So the cops, I guess, weren't equipped, or they weren't ready to, like, because you got a mass shooter. They don't know what's going on, right? They don't know if he got crazy artillery or anything like that. So what happened was one of the dudes that was skilled, he went in there and he was helped. What they was doing was evacuating the other kids, you know what I'm saying, while the whole process was going on. And he had mentioned like, hey, look, even myself, like I can't really blame the cops because they just weren't really fully equipped to handle the situation. You know what I'm saying? They just.
So dude that took him out just jumped in there with his shotgun and that was it.
He went in there, but they also helped out. Like the cops were helping getting the other kids out. You know what I'm saying? They were evacuating kids. You know what I'm saying? The problem was that dude went in that one room and locked himself in there.
Yeah.
And it was just, a disaster that happened there. You know what I'm saying?
Yo, I thought they had because you said they weren't equipped. I thought they had a live shooter drill like last month.
Did they? I don't know. Maybe they did.
I feel like they would be equipped or trained to
they should be
onto a situation like that.
They should be, but
they didn't even go, right? They was waiting on Border Patrol or something.
Yeah, they had to wait like 40 minutes for another unit to come in, right, and help out.
That's wild.
Yeah, and then the chief, the chief was the one that made the call. Like, hey, no, don't go in. We gotta wait for, this other, division or whatever.
I'm telling you, it was Border Patrol, yeah.
So, I mean, that was the dude that went in. Yeah. He was Border Patrol because
I'm saying no. They was the Border Patrol unit. That's what they was waiting on. That's the ones who came in the all black.
Because they were also breaking windows. Word? They were breaking windows for kids to come out through the windows, right? So they were kind of evacuating them through there.
And then their narrative was that they thought it was a contained shooter, right? That he was just in the room.
Yeah,
by himself. He somehow got locked in by himself. Like, okay,
come on, yo.
Nah, get out of here.
Yeah, I mean, but didn't even one of the chiefs or one of the head officers say that they did a bad job at and how they handled the situation? Was it something along them lines?
Bro, I don't even want to hear that after losing my child, yo.
Right. Yeah.
I did a bad job.
He should have kept that to himself.
Yeah. Nah. That's wild.
I'm terrible with this stuff because I'm the dude that like goes through the rabbit hole and watches the parents that went through it and sees them crying, and then I start crying and I'm like, yo, this is like, you know what I'm saying? I'm one of them dudes that's just like, yo, what the, like, I'm just shocked. I was just like, wow, like this really happened. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, that was awful.
Like, there's nothing you can like. There is things that you can do, but something like that, what do you? It's just kind of like it is what it is,
It's kids, yo. It's sad,
man.
Yeah. Now, do you guys feel like now there's been going on mass shootings, right? There's one in Philly. There was one in the hospital. You guys have mentioned. Do you guys feel like?
The gun control question.
Things are being overhyped. Not overhyped, but things are being.
I feel like
that's into that conversation for gun rights. Is it now like anything that's a dude that just shooting up a spot?
I feel like that's always the case after a big mass shooting. Like then you hear the stories back to back to back. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like if the Texas shooting didn't happen, would Philly be considered a mass shooting? Because Philly stayed in shootouts. There's a mass shooting in the Bronx, Harlem, whatever, every week.
Yeah.
So it's just
Baltimore, right?
Right. It's just wild that after something like that happens, then every shooting is highlighted, though. But I mean,
yeah, but this situation though, you would say it is like a little different though because
this one is
talking about kids.
No, yeah, I'm saying that. I mean, everything to follow. You know what I'm saying? Like now they like, oh, Philly mass shooting. You know what I'm saying? Like, and even you asked was like there was a mass shooting. Like, 4 people shot. You know what I mean? But
yeah, I feel you.
Like they start highlighting everything behind it. Now you're like, yo, what's really going on?
Yeah. It kind of reminds me of the days when back in like the 80s, right? In the 90s, they had the serial killers. That was like a big thing, You have a random dude just murdering people. And then now it's the mass shootings, which are the biggest story,
Right.
That's crazy. Well, so what you think? They should ban ARs?
So I'm not really like I don't really know all the options, right, that we have after these mass shootings happen. I see everybody like running up to their governor, or especially the dude in Texas, right? They was killing him with it and stuff. And people just, I see people on stage that saying, yo, we demand change, we demand change. So I would actually need to be informed on what are the options. What are they saying? Ban guns in general, just ban ARs. I do think that, like, if I'm just being logical right now, I really don't know what would, like, why does somebody need to go into a store and buy AR, right? Or a shotgun? I mean, I don't know.
Because of tyrannical government.
Okay.
To protect themselves.
Like my thing is, like, if old boy got this legally, now if he got it illegally, then you really can't do nothing. But I see, I don't even know the full story of how he got his weapon. Like, was it from his parents? So he just ended up just purchasing it.
He said he bought it. Yeah.
They said he bought it. Went into the store.
So like that. So that's my thing. So after we hear that, what are the I guess what are the competing sides right now? Are people saying like, yo, we need to go ahead and change this? Like, because I mean, if he has a clean record, then you really can't say no to him anyway, right? It's not like he was a criminal. So I guess I would need to be informed as far as like, what are the opposing sides? What are people saying that should be done? And then I guess I could give my opinion on that.
Right. So here in New York, it's always been tough. Well, New York City at least, it's always been tough to purchase a firearm, right? Whether it be a pistol, anything. It's a little bit more lenient when you go outside of New York City, like Long Island, upstate, right? But the governor today, she had just signed a law saying that you cannot buy a weapon unless you're 21 or over, right? Because before, in most states, it's 18 or above, which was the case with this kid. So to me, that's kind of surprising because we're obviously
already strict.
Already strict, and then for them to just be like, okay, yeah, we're just gonna raise it up to 21. So, could that lead up to something that might happen in the future where the person is 21 or over, and then they're gonna be like, okay, you know what, we're just gonna ban stuff, maybe. But that was still pretty shocking to me that so quickly they went and did that.
Do you think people under 21 should be able to buy rifles or guns, period?
So at first I thought, at 18 they sign you up, to be in the army, right?
Yeah.
And you get something 13 or a rifle, whatever the case is, right? And you're trained for it and all that stuff. So then I think about, okay, so if at 18 I can sign my life away and join the army and I can get these weapons, why not have that same ability if I'm not in the army and I can just go and do that, right? But now, and this is where I'll say this is like an emotional decision. I say the 21 age, it's a good start.
Yeah.
So it's a starter pack. The
20 what? So 21 as a starter
pack.
Why?
Yeah. I mean,
Go ahead.
I was gonna say though, and then I guess a counter argument to that is that 16 to 18, that's when you get your license, right? And you could just easily kill a bunch of people in your car.
I think more people die in
car accidents
than from a rifle.
Right. So
yeah, but that's accidents though.
Right, that's why it's called
right. Like we like we not. So and my thing is like true, but then on top of that, you got to be what 25 to rent a car.
Well, you can rent a car.
You can rent it. You just get charged more.
You're just gonna get charged more.
What? How old can you be to rent it?
21, no, right?
As long as you got your license.
Oh, license. Okay.
Yeah.
You can rent a car at 16.
No.
If you no, you need to have your license to drive by yourself, not your learner's permit.
Yeah, but you can have. But you just said what do you need to have a what do you need?
You gotta be 21. You gotta
be at least 21.
Yeah.
Okay.
I thought you could rent at 18 because at 18 is when you get your your full license. No.
Nah, I mean I got my license at 16, right?
Yeah, but it's restricted at that age, ain't it? Like don't you get like? I mean, technically you don't get
a permit was restrictions, not my license.
So in New York,
license, you drive.
Yeah. In New York, you have your permit, and then when you turn 16, 17, you have your junior's license, right? But you still need to have somebody who's licensed, fully licensed in the vehicle.
Yeah, I know here you do, and the licenses look different because once you turn 21, they give you like your adult license.
Correct. Right.
But Jay, is that after like a certain time that you?
What?
Because like when you got a junior license, you can drive around, but you have a curfew, right? And then you
Correct.
need
You have a curfew.
supervision.
Yes.
Okay.
Yes. Yeah.
So we got some comments here. Canvas and Clay says my thing is like, yo, they getting these guns illegally as it is. You can ban them all you want.
Yeah, I mean the cities with the strictest gun laws are the ones with the highest crimes. So they're getting them somehow.
LNF says I read there were 692 mass shootings in 2021. Wow,
that's crazy.
I ain't hear about that.
And see, and that's another thing. I think we need to define that. Yeah,
right.
Yeah.
I remember
that number is alarming, right? You're like, whoa, 692, but it's like it's O block. You know what I'm saying?
Wait. But I also saw something though where I don't know if it was mass shootings or I don't know if it was like school shootings or something. But the number was 286 for the United States, and the next country was Mexico with 6. That was the closest one. So like, it like people were like, "Yo, this is the real issue. Like, why is this an issue in America?" And it's because they just feel like, "Yo, it's because of the laws. That's why something has to change." Like, I think
it has. Yeah,
the number's 286, and the closest country that's next to you is Mexico with 6.
Well, I think to Canvas and Clay's point, like these guys could still get these guns illegally, right? So, then what is the solution? If they do get it illegally, right? Let's say we put all these laws, right? The same thing in New York. There we go. Oh, Santo, let's do this again. So you have like New York, right? Like New York, there's dudes that got guns all day and they shooting at each other, right? Gang members, all this stuff, right? And it's illegal. So it's like, is it so much about the guns or what have we put in place like for these schools, right? Are there security systems, right? Are they because a lot of times, you know, and my mother-in-law works as a what do you call that, school safety. Right. She had an intruder not too long ago, right? Thank God they didn't have a gun or anything. But the teachers, they leave through the back door, right? And they just let anybody come in and out. So there are people that are coming in and out, and school safety is not protecting those exits that are going on. So it's like, is it really the guns, or is there a way for us to prevent this with better security or better options for these schools, right? For these kids, right?
That's a good point because in states and cities where there's strict gun laws, you don't see a lot of mass shootings in schools, and that's because of the security that they have already. They have the metal detectors, they have armed security. Here in LA, all the schools I went to, they had a police station at the school. You know what I'm saying? So you're not going to see those type of shootings. Now, I'm not advocating for police stations at schools, but at the very least, have some kind of protection. You know what I mean? I don't think that banning the AR will end that, because I was just looking at some stats, and there's only 400 homicides with rifles. You know what I'm saying? There's more that homicides from knives and other type of objects. We're talking about like 4 times the number from rifles. You know what I mean? And then the majority of people that are dying from gun violence is really self-inflicted. I think it's like 60%.
Right, suicide, right?
Right, exactly.
Yeah, I mean it's a tough topic because at the end of the day, Loso solution is the best, right? Like,
come on,
this isn't gonna stop, right? Like, it's whether we put laws or we do this or we do that. I mean, there's ways that we can prevent things, but you know, it's still gonna continue to happen, and it just seems like it's getting worse and worse, right? It's just like you got to look over your shoulder when you go to the grocery store now. You got to, wherever you go,
you saw that lady that there was a mass shooter. He pulled out with the AR and she stopped him.
Oh yeah, she shot homie.
It was in Texas, right? Was it in Texas?
I think so, yeah. She was armed. She carried.
Yeah, good guy with a gun. Right?
Yeah. The news ain't cover that.
Nah, over that, and that's the thing, man. It's
real quiet
like
about that.
We waiting for a response. Like we take the guns away. Then what? We got to wait for the cops to respond. What did they take 40 minutes like they did at the school? And let's not act like cops ain't shoot nobody before. You know what I'm saying? Like, can we really trust them? I don't think so because the Supreme Court has ruled already that they have no constitutional obligation to protect and serve us multiple times. You know what I'm saying? So like,
my man's going to the Constitution and all that, bro.
I was waiting for him to bring that piece of paper out.
I'm saying the Supreme Court ruled that they don't got to, they don't have to. You know, like that's not their job. They have no obligation. So you know what I mean? And that's why these dudes waited 40 minutes outside. That's why the dude down there in Florida, the armed security guard, what shooting was that? Parkland.
Parkland.
Yeah. He didn't go in. I think it was the sheriff or something like that. He didn't go in. He was like, "Nah, I'm good."
Yeah. Kyle says if one of our kids died from an AR, we might have a different mindset.
I wouldn't.
Yeah, I don't feel that way. My mindset would be like, where's the protection for the kids, right? Like, who allowed this?
It's emotional, bro. It's emotional, Kyle.
Who allowed the intruder in? How did he get in? You know, where was security? What's in place for like stuff like this? You know what I'm saying? Because there was one school y'all saw on the Instagram, where they locked the doors. They got this crazy protocol.
Yeah,
like,
was this?
I seen it on IG and I shared it. I don't know if y'all seen it, but they locked the doors. They have like a camera system. They like shut down everything. It's crazy. Like
but what's like locking a door gonna do? Like that's not gonna stop no bullets.
Well, it's like bulletproof. It's like bulletproof doors. Word. Then the kids stand behind a certain area, so even if he shoots through the glass, he can't reach them or anything like that. Then it's like this whole crazy system. But
you seen like
bullet schools.
You seen after the shootings, like those bulletproof backpacks sales went up like 60%.
Oh, my wife wanted to get one of those.
That's crazy. That's crazy that you even have to think about that. Like, I got to send my child with a bulletproof backpack to school, yo.
Yeah.
Like, and to Kyle's point, right? Because I think I was having that conversation with my wife. Because a lot of people say that they be like, "Oh, why do we need ARs?" And my thing is, he could have did the same thing with a semi-automatic gun. You know what I'm saying? Like with a pistol. You know what I'm saying? He locked himself in the room and he can shoot with a pistol.
But he wasn't gonna be able to get all of them like that in that amount of time, right?
But them kids, he locked himself in the room. You know what I'm saying?
The technology isn't different at all between AR-15 and let's just say a Glock. Like the technology hasn't changed in the last, let's say, 50 years, but we've been seeing an increase in these mass shootings at schools. So the technology hasn't changed, but something has changed within our culture, and that's something that nobody wants to have a conversation about, right? Because if these guns were available 50 years ago, why wasn't this happening back then? You know, they were ready, and we got stricter gun laws now than we did back then. You know what I'm saying? 50 years ago, you could go to Sears, to Walmart. Not Walmart didn't exist.
Walmart had pistols and all that. Then did they not?
We got a Walmart.
I don't know if that was around back then. I'm just saying. I know that you could go into Sears because I seen ads. I seen ads for Tech 9s and Uzis and all that stuff like in the 80s. You know what I'm saying? You didn't see mass shootings at school. So you know there's something else going on that we really need to address. And I think Loso's right, man. I think it's the gospel. Really, it's a hard issue, right? Because like you guys said, somebody could drive a car. There was a dude was it in New York? The dude who drove through the Christmas parade and he killed all kinds of people. Y'all remember that?
I don't know if that was New York, but I remember. I vaguely
remember that was like in Milwaukee or something.
Oh, okay, my bad.
Yes,
sorry.
Yes, he did. I remember that he drove through that Christmas parade and killed like 12 or 13 people. Yes. Yep.
Yeah. You know what I mean? So like, yo, evil people gonna do evil things and they're gonna find a way to do it. You know?
Yeah.
Basically.
But yeah, man, I think if it's people's right to have a gun or AR, whatever, if that's what it is, I feel like there's always been an agenda against the AR, but I feel once that's taken away, it's gonna be the next thing, right? Because then these dudes they're gonna go to get the guns, right? And then they're gonna do these shootings with their pistols and that's next. Like, yo,
it's a good point.
Get these pistols out of here too.
And then you won't have no guns, and then you have no rights.
Then we out here with nunchucks.
And then the military just move in on y'all.
Right.
And then it'll be the World Economic Forum. You don't own nothing.
It'd be
This
who?
dude going into the okay.
Alex Jones. He going down the Alex Jones rabbit hole.
Yo,
Conspiracy,
Jose
yeah.
Rodriguez says, just take advantage of all the laws in play. Once you can own a gun and conceal and carry it, you might be able to save some lives just by exercising your rights.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. I know a lot of believers who carry, and you know what I'm saying, and they're not out here shooting up people for fun. You know what I mean? They're law-abiding citizens. You know.
Yo,
I
Loso,
think
you
it's
agree with
that.
that, or you think we should just get rid of all the guns, just throw them in the
Nah.
garbage?
Nah, definitely. I mean, I'm trying to get me one, but I'm not trying to get no AR though.
You don't need an AR.
Exactly. That's what I'm saying.
So you kind of think like AR equals kind of
excessive.
That's too. Yeah, that's too. I mean, I just don't see the reason for it. Not for us.
Jimmy
Why,
and
what do you
Jay.
mean?
What
You don't-
are
do you mean?
y'all?
I say no.
Why?
I say no because if
To what?
military,
AR?
no, hold on.
Oh.
Let me gather my thoughts. If military, police, or like any type of public servant can get an AR, can get anything, why can a regular citizen not have it? You know?
I see why you're wearing that shirt, bro. I see
Yeah,
why
feel
you're
me?
wearing that
He's
shirt.
on his tyranny.
You gotta take that
I mean-
MAGA hat off one of these days.
Oh,
Oh,
okay,
Make sure you
okay.
cop it out of that.
See that little bit of red in there.
No, but that's my thing, because it's like a post I think Jimmy sent it, or somebody sent it in our IG chat, that they want to take away all the guns, but then they're keeping theirs, and then that's gonna leave us with nothing. Should something happen in the future. So I don't know. I don't think it's right.
Mm-hmm.
okay.
Yeah.
It was a good convo, fellas. I like that. Any final thoughts on that topic?
No, I don't think so. I don't think there's nothing.
Oh, well, we'll talk about MAGA rappers now.
What?
Well, conservative rappers.
Oh yeah, he's not MAGA no more.
A
Right?
friend of the show, Bryson Gray, recently put out a song. What's the name of the song? I didn't even check out this. Well, actually, I did check out the song.
You just saw the Instagram and you was like, "Let's go."
Oh, it's called Pride Month. Pride Month by Bryson Gray, which
that is the name of the song. I saw
60K. It has 60K views in 3 days
already,
and 15,000 comments.
Yo, for
on
real
YouTube.
though, I'm kind of surprised that it's so low, because usually his numbers is like
he's about
pretty
200.
Well, the
them
thing is,
comments.
you know that these
getting
Oh, they
suppressed.
suppressing it.
Yeah.
you know how it is.
Yeah.
True.
So
yeah.
Bryson Gray is always a person to stir up controversy within the
Very
CHH, right?
controversial
He's the
rapper,
one
yeah.
that kind of went at Lecrae
Yeah.
a while back and dissing some CHH rappers, and then
Right.
we had him on the show, right? Cool dude, like I got nothing bad to say about him. Very cool
Nah,
dude.
he's mad cool, man.
Stand up dude, very strong about his convictions. Believes the word of God, and so recently he put out this video, and everybody's highlighting the fact that he burned a LGBTQ flag in the video.
Right.
Yeah.
The song I like the lyrics. I think they was hitting. I think he was on point with it. You know what I'm saying? He was.
Yo,
Just
can he
saying,
rap?
Oh yeah, he could rap.
Oh, word.
Some people don't like it because of they consider it like. I think Jimmy has said this, and that's what started the convo of him coming on the show, like novelty rap,
really?
right? Because he's like considered conservative or MAGA rapper, but he can rhyme. He got some.
But this
hits.
was during like the Trump administration, so he was doing like MAGA anthems and whatnot. That's all he was doing, so that's why I said that.
Yeah. Oh, he had the
But
big MAGA hat.
I also gave him credit too, because there was one of the joints that he dropped that I really liked.
The gun toting joint, right?
Was that the one? I don't remember. There was one of them that was real amp. But it's because his beats. He got like them Memphis type beats. You know what I'm saying? Like they're just amp.
Yeah.
And that's what this joint sound like. It sound like one of them type of joints.
So I guess
It was
some
animated.
Christians weren't too fond of
where? Who?
Bryson Gray's.
Drop that name. Drop that name.
Well, I saw the crew had posted up the video, and then there was a
Yeah.
couple Christians in the comments. I don't know their names specifically, but
Okay.
I definitely do breeze through the comments and see what everybody's thought process is, because that kind of helps me formulate my thought process, right? Like sometimes you don't have an opinion, and then someone says something, and you're like, "That's a really good point." So I'm looking, and I'm like, okay. So some people were like, "No, this is offensive, right, to the LGBT community."
Yes, the LNF agree with me.
Things like that. So what do y'all feel about this? Granted, now let's say this. This is a music video, right? This is him burning an LGBTQ flag. Is it offensive? Is it imagery? Is this going overboard? What do y'all think? Is this taking a stand and being bold? If y'all have thoughts on it. Loso's just there thinking. Look at that.
I mean, I didn't see it. I didn't see it, but I can just envision obviously burning the flag or whatnot. So this is what I would say, man. I think that when you're doing something like that, and this flag, it symbolizes a people group. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
There's only one way that they're gonna take it. You know what I'm saying? Like my thing is like you burning, like you want me to burn, or you saying like to hell with me or something like that. And so my question to Bryson would just be, okay, what's the purpose here? Like, do you have any interest in engaging this culture? Do you have any interest in impacting these people at all? Like, because I think obviously I would agree with him that this isn't God's original intent for for a man or for a woman. But I just don't know. Are you doing this for shock value, or are you doing this to just ruffle feathers, and or do you really desire a beneficial conversation, a healthy conversation that you can go ahead and get to the starting point of like, okay, man, you know what? The imago Dei, the image of God, like when he says like, let us make man in our image, like what does that entail, and why is there a purpose for your sexuality, for your gender, whatever it is? And so, but when you just set that flag on, to flames, you've already destroyed the bridge that was even possibly there for you and for another individual to hear that. So I just think that to me, I just don't know if that was I don't even want to say the most best approach. I just want to say I just don't think that that's a godly approach. I will go ahead and say that. I would challenge him with that. I would say, man, in the scriptures, you know what I'm saying? Like one of Jesus's biggest critiques that the Pharisees hit him with was like, yo, this man is a friend of sinners. Like that's how they was critiquing him. And I just don't know if that is showing that you're a friend of sinners, that you're trying to go ahead and merge. You know what I'm saying? Because and at the end of the day, I try to tell people, bro, like me, I want to make sure that I'm as gracious to homosexuals that I am to my brother who's been sleeping with his girl for the last 5 years outside of wedlock. You know what I'm saying? Outside of getting married. Like it should bother me the same. Now, granted, I'm gonna be real, it doesn't bother me the same. You know what I'm saying? Right. Yeah, like if I'm watching a TV show and I see two men kissing, I fast forward it, right? Like it bothers me. But if I see, if I just see a man and a woman, like it doesn't, you know what I'm saying? Like that doesn't necessarily rub me. Yeah, you know what I'm saying? So back to the topic at hand, man. I just don't like, even just you saying it right now and me trying to process it. I'm just like, yo, there's just no way he thought it through. There's just no way he said, you know what? I think this is what the Lord wants me to do. And hey, we'll see. I mean, we'll see, moving forward what else this kind of like brings about with that conversation. But and he has to understand too, like, bro, you're not the first one. You didn't just start this conversation. You know what I'm saying? Like, there's been people who's probably done this before, and it has not changed anything. But what has changed, though, what I do think has changed, is impactful conversations with individuals, with even possibly larger people groups or whatnot, showing them like, yo, you know what? I care about you. I'm gonna walk with you through this situation, through whatever it is, and you know, and trust the gospel. Like that's what it is. It's called the doctrine of sleep. Yo, preach the gospel and rest, that it doesn't take you and all your antics and gimmicks to go ahead and come alongside the gospel. That the gospel has all the power to do what it does.
Right.
And so that'll be my word to him, man.
Right.
Okay. So I expect a diss track about me and
yo, I think we could set up the battle, man. Between you and Bryson Gray.
Bryson, I ain't the one. No,
nah, but like you said, that's your opinion and that's how you feel about the situation. Yeah. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Yeah, so I guess for me it was like that balance of imagery and like, because I don't think that Bryson Gray is just gonna like see a LGBT flag and then just start burning it everywhere he goes. I think it was more so for the music video to kind of reflect what the song was saying, right? Because he was talking about Pride Month and things of that nature. So I'm kind of with Loso on this, right? I'm also not all the way out like, yo, Bryson, you did the worst thing in the world, right? Because I just see it like, hey, that's what you chose to use as imagery. That's you know, because listen, when we talk about gangster rappers or we talk about killings, our energy is way different. You know what I'm saying? Like when we talking about gang members and stuff like that, we come with a rough energy or we come with an aggressive kind of like, yo, y'all need to get out that lifestyle. Y'all killing each other. Y'all this, y'all that. You know what I'm saying? And sometimes we also kind of, when it comes to the homosexual, I think because we have those, like you said, that barrier or that bridge sometimes it's like severed. We kind of take it a little, oh no, it's all right, I understand. Nice. Like, let me cradle you kind of thing. And it's like, no, like homosexuality is a sin. It's an abomination before the Lord. You know what I'm saying? It's like a dude saying that, you know,
that's what he said in the song.
He committed like a dude saying he committed adultery, right? Like we would, you know, no one's gonna say, yeah, man, I committed adultery. I'm chilling, man. I'm good. You know what I mean? Like, nah, like you're not good. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
So that's also, it's hard because there's that balance of still trying to love people and approach them with Jesus. And then, but I also, like I told Kyle, I said, the way we deal with people is all situational and is all different, right? Like if there's a believer who's living in flat out sin, like I'm going to approach him differently than I would with somebody who's never heard the gospel, who's been living a lifestyle of sin, right? My approach is going to be probably a lot different than when I know someone is blatantly sinning. They know the truth, they know Christ, and they still doing this. You know what I'm saying? So
yo, Switch. Bryson doesn't believe that Jesus is God.
He doesn't believe in Trinity.
What was it that he said? He doesn't believe that
that's what Kyle
Jesus is the Father, right?
Yeah, he doesn't believe. Yeah, he believes
Jesus.
Oh yeah, Jesus ain't the Father.
Wait, he don't believe in the Trinity. The Trinity.
Yeah, he don't believe in that. Yeah.
Word. But he
believes they're all separate entities.
You're gonna have to ask that man.
All right, man. Yeah, because he kind of borderline. He kind of treading that line. You know what I'm saying? I'm like, I agree with Kyle. If that's the case, then he got, you know, he got a bigger issue than burning that flag.
Yeah, Kyle says Bryson has a bigger issue is not believing that Jesus is God. Jose Rodriguez says, I don't believe him burning GD flag. I don't see him burning GD flags or Crip flags. You pick your battles, and Buddy doing the most for clickbait. LNF Bryson theology is way off. These are the comments.
Yo, so let me give you a little pushback though. Like, all right, so everybody's saying like he's not burning GD flags, he's not burning Crip flags. I think you said something about adulterers, right? But none of those folks got like a whole month dedicated to them. You know what I'm saying? Like there is no other sin that we are glorifying as a country, as a culture. You know what I mean?
As much as that.
Than this month. You know what I mean? Than Pride Month. You know what I mean? And I think that's why he dropped it this month. and he named it Pride Month. You know what I'm saying? Because I mean, that's what we doing, right? I turn on my Fire Stick. It's all Pride suggestions. I go to Netflix, all Pride suggestions. Like, where else do you see something like that? You know?
Mm. So like this boast and sin, right? Like,
right,
kind of like this. Hey,
right,
this is, accept me for what I am and who I am, kind of thing.
right. Otherwise, you're like nobody's like like you judge like my man said, crit flags. Like nobody says you're crit phobic because you criticize their lifestyle. You know what I'm
Right.
saying?
It's not Crip month or GD month. Nah, that's a good point. And then and to your point, like recently I seen something that I was just like, what the heck is this? I don't know if you guys seen this called Drag Your Kid Day or something like that, or Drag Your Kid. And
that was this
basically
week. That was this week, and they had like all kinds of like festivals for Pride Month, and it was like bring your kids. One of the events had a neon sign in the back, like you see
in a
this
gay club, yeah.
this riding over here.
Yeah.
There was a neon sign that
It was
said
in a gay club.
it ain't gonna lick itself.
Nah, yo.
And
Not
there was
for
little
kids.
kids, and they were teaching the kids to do like the drag queen walk and
yo.
twerk and all that. You know what I mean? Like dudes with that tails out. You know what I'm saying? Like,
oh yeah, they had
kids,
the
bro,
fishnet.
kids.
They had the fishnet
Like,
pads
listen,
with the.
I'm
Get
the
him,
type,
Bryson.
Listen, man, I'm the type like, yo, do you? You know what I mean? We're all gonna be judged for our sin, but when you start messing with kids, man, nah, man, I can't rock with that. I can't rock
Well,
with that.
it's indoctrination. It's grooming. It's like.
Like you want to be a baddie boy, cool. Be a batty boy. Like that's that's you. That's your life. You know what I mean? But yo, don't do that to the kids, man.
LNF says, "Yup, they had the kids giving dollars to the drags."
See what I'm saying?
I seen something on Nickelodeon that was a year ago, where they had kids talking to drags, or they were like, and my thing is like, yo, we act like drags is like a big population, like. Oh, we just a big population.
It's a
of
very
drag
small
queens.
demographic of the homosexual community. Homosexual community is already a small demographic, and then you got these folks, which are an even smaller demographic, but they have so much power within the culture, within media. You know,
that's crazy.
And that was my thing. Like we act like drags is just something that you casually see all the time. Like no, they do drag shows, and certain people go there, and that's just what it is. You know what I'm saying? So why are we promoting this to kids or even introducing this? Like, this is cross dressing. You know what I'm saying? Like, what do kids have anything to do with this? And they're like, I don't know.
You know, it's crazy, and I think what people confuse a lot of this with, like when we speak on it, is we would feel the same if they OD'd and they had strippers, right? If they were straight.
Oh yeah,
strippers, like, we would feel the same. That's not kid appropriate. Our kids don't need to be giving dollars to strippers. Right. They don't need to be subjected to that type of environment, whether if it was straight or drag. Like we're the parents, we dictate what our kids get to see. Y'all don't bring them to work and do all of this nonsense, whether it's straight or drag.
Exactly.
But when y'all do it with drag, they always gotta go far with it. Like they always OD and go extra with it, and I think that's the problem.
Yeah, I agree with you, man. Because I got a problem with them sexualizing children. You know what I mean?
Right.
Like, why do we have to sexualize kids? Like, bro, I'll be watching stuff on Netflix, and even if it's a heterosexual couple, I'm fast forwarding that joint. You know what I mean? So it's like it's a zero tolerance. You know what I mean? Period. Like, we don't need none. You know what I mean? Like, I don't need that.
Yeah.
Right.
What I tell you, Los? What I tell you? Look who in the comments.
Yo, Bryson. Also said he want to battle you. We got Bryson in the comments, yo.
Look, I tell you what, he get a
bad signal.
Something come up. Like
he got the SEO.
Commissioner Gordon told that man.
Right. Oh, boy, it works every time, yo.
Facts,
yes, sir.
Facts. So
Bryson Gray said, "I didn't do or say anything that isn't biblical."
Yeah, I looked at the lyrics of the song, and I didn't see anything that wasn't biblical.
Nah, we ain't say that. We just speaking on.
Yeah, we're giving our opinion about the burning of the flag. I didn't even hear the song.
Loso ain't hear the song. He just heard about the flag burning.
Right. Freedom of speech, right? That's what
Marco says, sorry for being late, Cal. I'm doing great. I'm feeling a couple.
Dude, you gonna read
why you gonna read it? Yeah, that's what I'm saying, bro.
I'm reading through the comments. I'm catching up.
It's his first podcast ever.
Right.
Jose says, now I say it's fair game because the LGBTQ been disrespecting Christians and Jesus in their parades. And they're coming after our children. Just to be prepared for retaliation towards us.
So you said we just.
Bryson says, "What's wrong with burning a flag that represents people God burned?" Ooh.
Wait, what? What are you saying?
At least I didn't burn the people alive. That was God.
All right, man. Let's move on, bro. This is crazy. Yo, that's wild.
Oh snap!
Let's go. We got Bryson in the building.
That's hilarious.
Yeah.
Well, like I said, to me it was more of an imagery than actual. Like I don't think that Bryson is going around burning people's flags on their yards and being like, you know what I'm saying?
Yo, he bought that flag. You know what I'm saying? He could burn it if he wants. So it's like when people burn LeBron jerseys when he left Cleveland. You know,
is flag burning in general good?
Come on, Marcos.
It's freedom of speech. That's what that is.
Would y'all burn the American flag?
Yeah, people do all the time, every day. B.
But would you, Jimmy?
He said, "Would you do it though?"
Would I burn it? Nah, because I gotta buy one.
You burn a free one?
It ain't that. Listen, man. I'm an anarchist, right?
I'll burn a Cowboys flag.
I believe like a Cowboys. yo, you didn't say who your football team was.
Man, it's random, but I am a huge Minnesota Vikings fan, bro.
Okay.
Okay.
That explains it.
All right, Jimmy. Back to the American flag burning. I want to hear this.
Yeah, I'm an anarchist. You know what I'm saying? So I don't care about the American flag. You know what I mean? I don't believe that our rights is given by the Constitution. I believe that our rights are given by God. You know what I mean? So I believe in complete sovereignty. So I would do that, but it ain't that serious for me. You know, I feel like I have the freedom to do that, but it ain't that serious for me. You know, I ain't gonna go buy a flag. If I have a free flag, it's like I don't care to burn it. Like I just don't care. You know.
Okay.
Cool.
Like I don't think I've ever burned anything from anybody. You know what I mean?
Come on.
Except that, you know, BC, you know. That's something, you know, it's a little different.
So Bryson says to Canvas, because Canvas said, but the thing is just because sinful people do that, doesn't makes it okay for Christians to do it. Bryson says there is a scripture that says I shouldn't burn an abominable flag. Burning it was biblical too.
Well, Canvas said, "Vengeance is mine." Is what God said. We don't have to take God's place.
Canvas.
It's a back and forth with the Bible verses.
That right? They throwing the verses out there now. Ooh.
Wow.
Where are you encouraged to burn a colorful flag?
Oh man,
Who the lover? Oh,
Bryson's gonna. You got to pull your scriptures out, yo. They coming.
Y'all can just bring me on.
We could bring you on. You want to come through next week?
Yeah.
Set that up. We'll set that up.
Yeah. Just come on next week. You don't wanna.
Kyle says I won't burn the flag, but I also won't pledge the flag either.
That's what I'm saying. You ain't gonna catch me pledging allegiance to nothing but Jesus.
There you go.
So
it's about to get spicy again.
Let's go.
Another Bryson episode is gonna go crazy.
Let's go.
Bryson says I'm a Bible thumper in real life, not just the internet.
That's
that
good.
sounded kind of gangster.
I told y'all he's really about it. I told y'all he's a cool dude and he's really about it. Like I said, man, I got nothing bad to say about it. He stands on what he says and he believes, and he's going.
Canvas said, "Are you out here stoning people too?"
Ooh.
Yeah, we had to get Bryson on.
I was about to say, you might have to bring both of them.
Yeah.
Legit verses, bro. So they can just get verses back.
Back and forth, yeah.
The real
Is that what we
verses.
doing? We gonna bring Canvas and Bryson?
Bryson on, yo. We got the
Bible
debate.
We have a little debate show.
Give them 30 seconds, 16 bars each.
Bible verses.
Yo, so what else you got on the docket, man?
I knew this dude was gonna come out, yo. Somebody threw the bat signal up.
Told y'all. That was pretty much it. Oh.
No, what you talking about?
We got the drag your kid to Pride.
You said that?
Yeah, we talked about that. What do you think about that, Switch?
What, drag your kid to Pride?
Yeah.
Oh, nah, I'm good,
you keep saying it over, yo. Like,
right.
Saying the whole joint over.
Right, like he want the algorithm to pick that up.
Right, he like keep on.
Just in case you didn't get it.
Right. What are you talking about? Drag your kid to Pride?
Let's talk about something else, man. Let's talk about my man Loso, man, because we got him in the building, man.
We got Loso in the building, man. Let's
Loso, for y'all that don't know, man, he's a Christian battle rapper, right?
Yep. Top. What you top? What 10?
I'm always ranked up. I'm always ranked in every year, but yeah, the last one I was number
like top
9.
5, right?
Yeah,
9. Okay.
Top, number 9. If you ask me, yeah. But yeah, if you go by the numbers, I guess I was number 9.
They had you at number 9. I'm saying, but that's
26,000
out of 26. But that's all. It ain't not Christian battle. That's all battle.
That's all battle. There's no such thing. Yeah,
ain't no such thing as no Christian battle rap. Right?
Yo, but you also got an impeccable record too, man. So I'm surprised you number 9.
Yeah, that's
so they go by the year. You know what I'm saying? So like for 2021, they look at it like, all right, strength of schedule, what stages you were on. You know, like how frequent, all those other things. And so for certain people, for certain battlers, I mean, and they use this other joint Impact, but that's just like so subjective, you know what I'm saying? Because obviously whoever's the most popular is gonna feel like they got the most impact, you know what I'm saying? But yeah, at the end of the day, you know what I'm saying? It's always dope to kind of just be amongst those people. I tell people all the time, like, at the end of the year, like I always got my name mentioned in those lists anyway. So it's like it's like an NBA player trying to tell an NBA player, like, yo, you really not that good. And he's looking at you like, yo, you know how many
in the league, yo.
Not even just I'm in the league, but you know how many first team and second team and all NBAs I got? Or like MVP votes I got, you know what I'm saying? So it's like you really can't say that. So yeah, but it's definitely an honor to be amongst that, man.
Yo, so how did they compile that list if there's so many leagues? You know, like who determines?
They got so it's a company. I want to say company. It's like a YouTube page that is called Champion, and they're like the analysts. It's like the Undisputed or like the First Take or of battle rap. And so they really do this. You know what I'm saying? It's guys who watch it. And granted, you know what I'm saying, it's media. So like, I mean, it's battle rap too on top of that. So it's not like high level journalism. But at the same time, it's dudes who do spend time and kind of just look at all the battles. Yeah, they watching it. You know what I'm saying? They getting, what people been talking about throughout the year. And so not only did I make number 9, but I also won round of the year. So out of all the battlers that wrote, all the rounds that they wrote, I had the number 1 round.
Which round was that? The one
it was this name? Yeah, Vixen. Yep.
When you was going camera to camera on her?
Yeah. Yep. That was
my God.
Yeah, I felt like, man, you know what? I just felt like they needed to cut me another check for that, because supposedly
another check.
People were opening up, like, people. I don't have Snapchat, but like on Snapchat, they were using it to promote it on Snapchat. So like in the ads, you'll see it. Instagram, I know I definitely saw it come to top. So like they were like using it everywhere, and I was just like, dang, you know what I'm saying? You could have tossed me some if y'all just using my like, but it is what it is.
Yo, Bryson said I've seen Loso before. I watched him.
Oh, okay.
All right. Bet. Appreciate that.
Man, so
yeah, that was an ill round. I ain't gonna
That's
lie.
really dope. That's really
so
dope.
Los, how long you been battling now, man?
2016. So what's that? 6 years?
6 years.
Wow.
Mm-hmm.
And have you seen more acceptance as you've been battling? Because it seemed like you came in a time where there was no Christian battlers, right? Like, is there any Christian battlers
Saga.
before you guys? Okay, Saga.
Nah,
Yes,
I mean, but before Saga, I mean, so there were guys who were Christians, but there was never a guy who was like this unashamed Christian, like like he was saying it in his battles. So, and that's how he kind of like, I don't want to use the word term marketed, but that is how Saga came out as. And so there were guys before that, but Saga was the first of that. And so right after Saga, you had Street Hymns, and then it was me and Ward who came right after that. But it was like back to back to back. And so so now, we was the first ones, and we're the first ones to touch certain stages. You know what I'm saying? Like me and Ward was the first one to do Blackout at KOTD, and I was the first one to do a Gnome, and Saga was the first one to do a Double Impact. So like it was like these big monumental things that we were doing. On top of that, we all were coming from different places. Saga was in New York. I'm out in the South. Ward is in the Midwest, and then you had Street Hymns in Texas, and so it was just fire how we were all able to kind of like build a name where we were at, and then we kind of just came together. And so, but yeah, you're right, man. It's not that many, and then now you got a lot more that's coming out. But it's difficult to. It's kind of like I would kind of say it's like that white rapper syndrome in hip hop. When Eminem came on the scene, you couldn't just be a white rapper. Like you had to be nice now. You know what I'm saying? You couldn't, like, you was probably gonna have a hit. You was probably gonna be like Bubba Sparks and make it in the club or somebody like that. But my thing is, like, if you wanted to be considered like nice, like Eminem was like he changed, he made it difficult for another white guy to come on the scene. And so I'm not saying that we made it difficult for like other guys, but you gotta be, you gotta be at a certain level, because that's
the
how
bar has been raised. The bar has been raised for sure.
And the culture's looking at it like, all right, yeah, you're a Christian, but like we've already seen this 4 times. So if you come in now,
what you gonna do now?
Yeah, exactly. So
So when the beginning, it was probably a little rougher to like position yourselves, right? Was it tough, or was it like it was cool because y'all were that good and it was just like people accepted y'all?
Yeah, that's what it was. I think I mean, it might have, honestly, I think the tough part actually came for Saga. I think when Saga probably got in there, maybe, but it also allowed him to stand out. You know what I'm saying? It was, for them, they looked at it like a mark, for smacking them, they looking at it like, oh, this is a different fan base. You know what I'm saying? We never had like a bunch of like people from church tuning in and stuff like that. But for us, when we were battling at, we were just already kind of head and shoulders above the competition where we were. And so like my first joint that I ever did, it was 26 guys who went to the tournament, and I got first place out of everybody. And so that was in Atlanta. I leave Florida, I go to Atlanta, and that just doesn't happen on your first, like, for nobody to know you and you win it like that. And so same thing with Street. He goes viral out in Texas, and then Ward's going crazy out in Kansas City. And so it's just like this, where we, one Saga obviously was on the biggest stage and he's getting all the flack though, but he's obviously still progressing. All of us are coming up in these smaller leagues, and it's kind of, we're taking the culture by storm at that point. So, but yeah, it's obviously though, I think it's definitely easier now though.
Right. It's because you guys are like opening doors.
To pay the way.
I think LNF said something about what were your comments on Prestavia, I believe that's her name.
Okay, yeah.
And State of the Horseman, he said.
Oh, so he
Go
ahead.
So she she's with Surf, Tay Rock, and and a lot of people always ask us like, why didn't we recruit her? Why didn't we and so we're not really into recruiting. Like, that's not the type of group that we are. You know what I'm saying? We really like a group of friends. And now we cool with Prestavia. Prestavia is my homegirl, and I've definitely co-signed and all that stuff. But I'm happy that she linked up arms with Surf and Rock, and as far as for her own like brand and stuff. Like it did wonders for her. They did for her what I could never do for her. You know what I'm saying? They got her on certain platforms and certain stages, and her talent was already there. But I'm just saying, like, the eyes that were put on her because of her affiliation with them. And I tell people all the time, like, I couldn't, as dope of a fan base I don't have that type of reach that they got. And so, but she's fire, man. I think she's great. I think she's fire. And so, I think she's going to keep killing it. And the State of the Horsemen, I mean, yeah, we still cooking, man.
They still going strong. They still rocking.
Yeah.
So what is the mindset, right, when you battling? Is it like, right, because we have the super Christians, right? It's like spiritual warfare. Is this like Christians versus the world, or is this just like, this is hip hop, it's a competition, whoever's better, and then I'm coming from a Christian perspective because that's just my life, that's just who my being is. What is your perspective on that?
Yeah, I think it'll be the latter. I mean, I tell people all the time, like, don't turn on YouTube if you want to go ahead and try to define my ministry. Like, that's just the tip of the iceberg. The conversations I have afterwards, the friendships and the relationships that I build with these guys afterwards, and the testimonies for them, like, I'll let them tell you. You know what I'm saying? I'll let them go ahead and speak. As far as like, yo, who Loso is as a person off stage. And so that's what I want to echo after I put the mic down, after I'm done and stuff. So but apart from that, when I'm on stage, I mean, I look at it like a sport. I look at it like, yo, if you had a believer that was boxing, or you had a believer that was in the NBA finals right now, like, what you gonna tell him? Like, hey, don't really try to cross that dude in front of you because you don't want to like humiliate him, or don't dunk on him, you know what I'm saying? Or don't knock him out.
Right.
You're gonna tell him compete. And so granted, there's certain, but you're right, like, I got a biblical worldview, so there's certain things that are off limits for me just because of my convictions, you know what I'm saying? But at the same time, I'm going into that battle to try to win, and I'm gonna, I communicate. Like, I got a brother, we love each other to death, but he's told me, he's like, yo, I like, and he's a believer, but he's just like, yo, I don't think you should be battle rapping. And he feels like the tone in which I'm rapping in their face and the delivery, and it just doesn't, to him, it's not what Christians should be doing, and it doesn't, like, he just can't really wrap his mind around that, which is fine. Like, I'm like, yo, you know what? You don't need to be at the events. You don't need to be watching them and stuff like that. I disagree with you, but I know you love me. I love you, and that's the type of relationship I do want to have with other believers who may kind of feel like, yo, this ain't really, we don't really agree wholeheartedly with it. I just tell them, like, yo, man, just trust that, like something is being done, like seeds are being planted, even if you can't see it or you don't understand it. So,
and that's the thing, right? People can't see it. They just see, all they see is the battling, the aggressiveness. But when you there, everybody's not like that before or after. You know what I'm saying? Even not even you, like the other dudes that are going cursing each other out. When they done, they in the sides, dapping each other up, joking, talking. So it's not like that. So now, like, for the folks that do make that comment, like, as far as the seeds being planted. So me and Jay had a chance to go to one of Loso's battle out here, and it's crazy because they may joke around and say, yo, they got Loso the pastor, whatever the case. But who they call first when they wanted to grab everybody together to say a prayer?
Come on.
You know what I'm saying? I seen it. I seen them, and these ain't no everyday Christian dudes. You the same dudes y'all saw cursing everybody out. But then they wanted to gather together and say a prayer, and they called Loso over.
Right.
So it's bugged for, for me when it was there, and I'm seeing it. And they might joke and everything, like Pastor Loso or whatever, but that's the first person they calling for a prayer.
Yeah,
that's fast.
So imagine that, like, behind closed doors. You know what I'm saying? Like, them already knowing, like, yo, this is somebody that we can talk to, and they wanna talk to somebody who looks like them, who talks like them, who can understand where they from, and I just try to make sure, man, like, they understand, like, I'm not there to kind of point a finger at them.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Like, it's almost like an arm around their shoulder. That's how I want to feel. And I want to make sure that, I love them with my time. I love them with my words. I love them with my wallet. You know what I'm saying? I've sacrificed a lot too, financially to help a lot of these cats. And they know that, you know what I'm saying? And because when I do start talking, with my words. I want to make sure that there's actions that are kind of like being as the vehicle to kind of drive that message to them. Like, so they can be like, man, you know what? I'm gonna listen to what he has to say, because when I needed some groceries, like he hit that Cash App for me, something like that. But you're right. When y'all went to that event, and that's just on a small level. That was like a small little joint that we did that day, but it was still, it was fire. Dope. And what's dope too is like when you perform at that level, even though that, to me that battle was just like, I tell people like, that was small. There's certain battles where I gotta like really, really lock in for, but then there's certain battles where I'm like, yo, this is Devin Booker going into LA Fitness. You know what I'm saying? Like, I'm a sweat, you know what I'm saying? I'm a chill, and I'm gonna still show off, you know what I'm saying? But what's dope about that is that night, they just looking at, everybody's battling that whole day, but when it's dope for a believer to be the main event, and then a believer to get on stage, and for them to be like, yo, out of everybody here, he's doing this at the highest level. Mm-hmm. And so, for me at the end of the day, it could be like, bet, but I like, glory to God though, you know what I'm saying? Like, that's the only reason why I'm able to, deliver my lyrics like that, or even put words together and stuff like that. So I do boast in God's work in me and through me. And so I'm proud that when I am able to put a performance like that together, because, and they know that I'm openly Christian too, is ain't no 007 stuff out there. You know what I'm saying? Like, I ain't hiding from nobody. Like, they know who I am. Even during the battle, right? Like, I shouted y'all out behind me. I was like, yo, my boys are Christians too. Like they know, like, we here too. And so, but for them to remember, like, yo, the best dude that night, he was a crit. Like, he trusts Jesus. He believes in God. Right. And so, I think that's dope. Even if it's not me, whether that's Street Hands, whether that's War, whether that's Saga, like, I just think it's dope when they get 5 performances and people know, like, all right, and now he about to go help this juvenile detention center, or he about to go to church the next day, or whatever it is. So
right.
Yeah. Yep.
Yeah, I agree. That's dope.
DJ Jeremiah says, Loso, if someone never saw your battle, which one should they watch?
Oh man, I would say, it depends what they want to be encouraged, or they just want to be impressed. You know what I'm saying? Like, but I feel like Loso versus Bad News. I feel like Loso versus Vixen, Loso versus Chess. I think Loso versus Chess would be the main one. That's on the URL app. That's probably my favorite battle, and like the best like content like being delivered on both sides. So
okay. We got that. And I think shouts out to B Plus Music. He said, can Loso share some stories of which he kind of touched on how he was able to share the gospel behind the scenes on the battle circuit?
Yeah, like I said, I try to keep most of that private. I don't want to really let my right hand know what my left hand doing. But for the most part, I want to say one of the best testimonies I got was walking with an individual, and one of the dopest things he told me was like, yo, if my son, and he doesn't, he doesn't believe in Jesus, he doesn't believe in God or nothing, but he said, yo, if my son grew up one day and came to me and was like, yo, like, I'm gonna be a Christian, he said, all right, let me call my boy Loso, and that's who I want you to talk to. And so when he said that, I was like, yo, that's fire. Like, he was like, yo, I don't believe what you believe, but I know you believe what you believe. And so, that speaks volumes, you know what I'm saying? But that goes to show you, like, genuine relationships, you know what I'm saying? Not burning any bridges with them, not feeling like, not walking in there like, yo, I'm gonna talk down on y'all, because bro, I ain't no good either, you know what I'm saying? Like, I try to make sure they know, like, yo, I struggle with the same things y'all struggle with, man. And only difference right now is grace, but that same grace could be yours. So
man. That's what's up, man. Hey, I had a question. Recently, well, not recently, about a couple months ago, right? There was this whole Gawvi situation, right? And Gawvi had came back online, and I think we saw somebody had mentioned, like, oh snap, look at Loso kind of like showing the support. Yeah, like it was kind of like Loso supporting Gawvi, or just showing love, right? Like brotherly love. What was your whole view about that whole situation, and like, what's your relationship with Gawvi, and have you talked to him after the whole situation and things of that nature?
Man, you know what? I had never met. I still haven't really met Gawvi face to face. He's just, we had followed each other. He would, he really enjoyed my battles and stuff. And so I've spoken to him text messaging, and we've tried to link up. He's out in Miami, so which is a couple hours away. So we're gonna try to link soon. But I wouldn't even say like it's a support for Gawvi. I think for me, it was more so that I saw a bunch of people like kicking him while he was down, and I know how that feels. Okay. I know exactly how that feels, and I did not like when I saw all these people on Twitter like, "Yo, he's a predator. He's what was some of the words? Like even some of the articles that were coming out that were kind of insinuating like
the rap Zilla joint,
or you know what I'm saying? Like, to me, was he wrong? He's dead wrong. He was dead wrong, right? And like prayers up to his wife for recovering from whatever he had put her through. What obviously at the least is emotional damage that she's dealing with, right? Just obviously going through that divorce, but there were people there. I knew that there were people there, and I don't have no relationship with her, so like I just think it's corny for a guy anyway to be sliding in her DMs and trying to encourage her. Like, you don't know her, you know what I'm saying? She trust that she got a local assembly out there or people around her to do that. But my thing is like, I ain't seen nobody really holding Gawvi down, and I didn't really know him, but I was just publicly challenging other people that I saw in their comments, and trying to say certain things. And even, I mean, I don't know how public this is, but it was public. But people trying to bring it up Blanca. They was bringing up Blanca.
Oh yeah.
And for me, I was looking at what they was writing in her comments. And I was just like, yo, y'all don't know what the hell, like we don't know. But the problem is that there were people, and I ain't gonna say no names, but there were people on Twitter who were just spewing out this information. I bet I'm gonna just throw this in there, and it was like not beneficial at all. It was not beneficial, and I was seeing like how they were distributing all of basically the gossip, right? Distributing all of the information about Gawvi. And at this point, it was nothing he could do. When the dude came out and apologized and said, "Okay, you know what? I had some moral failure in my marriage," it's like that. Then he comes out and then he start dropping Blanca's name, and it's like, damn, you ain't bring her up the first time, but y'all waited for this man to post. So it's like every post that he made, it's like now you want this man to go ahead and confess everything he wants. But the problem is like that's not our business. It's not. It's really not, bro. Like at this now, granted, the first thing because he had an obligation to his fans and he promotes himself as a minister amongst Reach Records, right? So like I understand why he needed to come out and talk about the divorce. People were talking about it stuff, but the issue is like once that was addressed, all them other details that just wasn't for us, man. To me personally, I started seeing people put like, timetables like, yo, he should never do music again. I was like, yo, homie, I mean, to me, I just got a different view. He's not a pastor. He's not a pastor. He's not an elder. I don't view him like that. If he made a song tomorrow, I'm not going to be pissed. He could drop a song. You know what I'm saying? That music is that's what it is. You know what I'm saying? Like even in the book of Psalms, you know what I'm saying? Like you're having David. What you want? David to wait 3 years, 5 years to write Psalm 51? Nah, he was writing it then and there. You know what I'm saying? Like that's a book to be sung. That wasn't a book to be read. It wasn't. He didn't have to go ahead and meet some qualifications to write that book. Nah, like you knew who he was, and so, I would twist I would kind of like alter the statement of Loso supporting Gawvi. It would be more so, Loso just wanted people to be a little more gracious, be a little more patient, and just understand, like, yo, first of all, sexual sin is not, to me, this is just me. I don't know about y'all. Y'all can chime in on this. It just doesn't shock me like that anymore, bro. It's the least original sin in the scriptures. When you open up the scriptures, you know what I'm saying? You see men falling in that all the time. And when you look at history, I'm not saying that I'm not disappointed, I'm not saying that I wouldn't be upset.
Right.
I'm not even saying that. What I'm saying is that
like it's a common.
That's just like, let's just be real. That's just what that's what happens when men are in situations that they should not be. And one of the easiest joints to get us with is sexual sin. I mean, that's just what it is, bro. The Ravi Zacharias joint. The reason why that was shocking is because he was old. That's why I was shocking. I'm gonna be real with you. I was like, damn, Ravi, like for real. Now you can get into the details like, all right, Los, but then you heard about him having his own massage parlor and his own, he was paying these girls and he was paying for their phone bill and stuff. But here's what I was like, yo, depending on how high your platform is, that's the bigger the lie that has to be. You know what I'm saying? That's the more, it's gonna look more disgusting when you're at that level, because you got to go ahead and start covering up all your trails. And when you have those resources too, you don't know what you're capable of until I give you Robbie. What, he a millionaire? I'll give you that money. You know what I'm saying? Like now you like, all right, yo, some of y'all broke and sinning. That's why your sin don't really look that good, because you don't really got the resources to really get crazy like that. I give you a couple dollars in your bank account, it's gonna look crazier. You know what I'm saying? But and it's also gonna be worse because it's for everybody to see. Is the Robbie situation disheartening, bro? Yes, bro. It's crazy. Was I upset? I remember driving to Orlando to go watch this man talk about the resurrection. It was amazing. It was one of the best sermons I ever heard, and I know he's done amazing things. In situations like that, bro, and seeing like how the world is just like, yo, we got to go ahead and just burn everything that he's ever done. There's a script, there's a passage, man, in Samuel, and I remember I'm pretty sure it's about David, and the God was telling David to not count, like not take a census, like don't count how many soldiers you have, don't do none of that, right? Just trust me, just come on. And David does it. David does it anyway, right? Like he disobeys God, and then God goes to him and he says, "Okay, I'm gonna punish you. I'm gonna let you choose your punishment though. Either I go ahead and deal with you, or I hand you over to the people and I let them deal with you." You know what David says? David says, "Lord, you deal with me, because the judgment of man is too much." And here's the truth, bro. Maybe Ravi was like at this point. I mean, I don't know. And this is just me just talking, so nobody don't take this as gold. I'm just saying, like it's just like, yo, it comes to a point like, yo, you know what? I'd rather the Lord deal with me, because he's more gracious than the sinful man that's also wicked next to me. You know what I'm saying? Right. This dude to cut my head off and put it on a stake if I let him. You know what I'm saying? That's just how quick we are to go ahead and just like kill, like shoot our wounded. And so I know I just went on a little tangent, man.
Nah, that's good stuff.
I was very, very upset at what I was seeing from the Twitter, especially Twitter, from the culture and stuff. And I had wrote Rapzilla as well. I spoke to them and I said, yo, I just feel like the way you guys are wording certain things is just kind of whack. You know what I'm saying? And
I agree. I didn't like that article because they made it seem like he was like some sort of pedo or something like that. And that was not the case. It wasn't the case.
It wasn't the case at all, and so, and I ain't even gonna get into all that, but I told old boy, but Justin was real. He was real humble about it, and he accepted the criticism, and I think he even changed it and stuff. So shout out to him out in Rapzilla. But yeah, I hope Gawvi the best. I haven't seen him. I haven't linked up with him. We have exchanged texts, and I just told him, I love him. I'm here if you want to talk. And that's what it is, man. I just want to tell people like, yo, like life is hard. You know what I'm saying? Like this walk is difficult. And the last thing you need to do, man, is try to get on your high horse and just it's a reason why the scripture, like think about it, bro. Anybody could have been Jesus' worst enemy in the scriptures. And you know who was? It was the righteous religious leaders. It wasn't some prostitute. It wasn't some dude who was like, robbing people of all his money. It was the Pharisees. It was the dudes who felt like, yo, you know what? You want to be considered like a real Christian, you got to go ahead and start walking and living like this. And Jesus was like, nah, bro. So that's my little soapbox I say about that.
Yeah. Let's go. You heard it right here from Loso, yo. Nah, that's what's up, man. Another thing I wanted to ask you, what's going on with the Crew and A.Ward? Or is it the
what happened?
Horsemen and A.Ward?
What's the
I mean, no,
backstory?
the Horsemen and
What's
the
the
Crew.
backstory? I'm
There
not
seems
familiar.
to
What's
be
going on?
You know, if you know if you don't rock with my brother, I don't rock with y'all. Nah, I'm joking. You know what though? I rock with the Crew. Ward. So what happened was they ended up putting up a tweet, and at least for this situation, they ended up putting a tweet, and the tweet was, "Yo, who would win in a 2-on-2? Loso and A.Ward, or Q Flow and what's his name? Crotona? Is it?
Yeah,
C4, C4, yeah.
C4, yeah.
Okay, so the real issue was like obviously people tweeting and people obviously all saying Ward and Loso. C4 is getting kind of upset at the responses, and you see him tweeting, bro, I would kill them. Like I would kill you.
Let's go.
Now Q Flow was honest. He was just like, yo, we don't want that smoke. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
But shout out to C4. He's responding to certain fans and he's saying that. Now Ward sees I think Ward he didn't even say nothing to him. Ward had just saw the tweet and he basically was just like, yo, like no disrespect, but we would like kill them. You know what I'm saying? Like this is disrespectful. Like y'all shouldn't even be asking this question. Right. which then obviously C4 was really
tight.
He feel like yo, I'm the best rapper alive. You can't say that, yada yada yada. And so but because we were all going back and forth at this point and people were chiming in, Ward gets upset and he looks at it like, yo, you know what started all this was the crew. So he writes the Crew and he says, honestly, I haven't been following the Crew in a minute, but this tweet just reminds me why I don't support. Like he might have said something along the lines like, they're trash or something like that, something along the lines like that. Now,
right?
Yeah, the Crew didn't they didn't respond the same way that they did with Indie Tribe. With Indie Tribe, they was like, you could take that broomstick and shove it right, all this other stuff. But like, this one, they was just because I think the Crew, obviously, shout out to Jay and stuff. They've came out and even said like, yo, we just need to do a better job at how we respond and conduct ourselves. But all they said, I think they even told Ward, they said, man, you know what? In the past, we would have responded differently. This doesn't even get us upset. It is what it is. That wasn't our intention, and it was what it was. But so I rock with Jay. I don't know when, but I'm gonna do an interview with the Crew, in the future. Nice. And obviously Ward is my brother, but I think that situation.
But does Ward still feel away? Is he like?
I think he just feels like they are. I don't want to say divisive, but like that's what they do. They breed controversy for clicks and views, which I don't think so. Like I think like a lot of times it is informative. You know what I'm saying? Like they are, because like I'll be honest, there's certain times where I want to know what's going on in the culture, and the Crew is covering it. Like they're like the news. They're like I know people kind of even compare them to DJ Academics of DJs. And that's that's how you view about him is how you view about. But at the end of the day, it's like they are doing something. They have a specific lane in CHH, which I do think it is beneficial at times. And so,
did you see the response video the Crew did as far as like they were saying something like A.Ward doesn't follow controversy, but A.Ward follows like I think it was like World Star Hip Hop or Shade Room or something like that. I was laughing. I was like,
yeah. But and obviously, I mean, Ward's response would be, this is different. You know what I'm saying? Like y'all are supposed to be conducting yourselves in a different manner or whatnot. But I saw something like, I did see that. Ward actually sent me the video because he didn't want to click on it, and I watched it. But I told him, I said, you know what? The video wasn't as bad as like the title made it seem. Like it really wasn't that bad.
He's like, yo, tell me what they told me. I ain't gonna click on it. I ain't gonna support it.
Exactly.
They not gonna
give him the view.
Exactly.
Not gonna give him a view. That's hilarious.
He's bugging.
Wow,
that's crazy.
All right, cool. So
Yo, I really feel like I'm gonna get. Like it's just in my head. I really feel I'm gonna get some DMs or something's gonna be said about Loso because of everything I just said about Gawvi, bro. I just have a feeling. Like in my mind, I'm trying to play back. I'm like, yo, did I say something crazy? But I was like, nah. I feel like I was in step.
People got,
somebody
always gonna find a problem.
I think that
facts.
Yeah, I think that we have to understand that as unbelievers, wow.
Speak for yourself.
As believers, as believers,
run into the heart, right?
Yeah.
As believers, we need to definitely understand that we're not always gonna agree. You know what I'm saying? Like the whole Bryson thing, like you had an opinion, people had their opinion, and other people feel like, yo. And it's cool. Like, it's okay to disagree. Yeah. Like, I think people take it to heart. Like, oh, I disagree with you, so therefore I write you off, and you're no longer a believer, or you're no longer
people gonna
a
watch
man
this
of God.
People gonna watch it and be like, dang, Los, you looked high the whole interview, bro. I'm like, all right.
Well, that's because you was, so, you know.
Wow. They just got to know, like, yo, I'm sweating. It's the sweat in the room. They just don't know that.
Yeah, he had to turn off the fan because he had this annoying fan that was like, well, what happened? Your AC broke, right?
No. Hey, Switch, you gonna just throw me
you put all your business in the streets, man.
I want the world to know I got money, bro. Nah. So we just moved into our house. We just moved into a new house in January.
Wow.
So everything good. Yo,
that battle rap money is different, son. That's different. That's what happens when you top 9. What is it?
Yeah,
9 on the
list. So anyway, so moved into the crib, and man, so I guess I remember I was hearing this noise with the air handler. I guess the fan must have hit something, the Freon leaked. So now I gotta wait. They basically like, yo, you need a whole new system for $7,500. But what I did though, and hopefully my home warranty isn't listening to this, but what I did, I didn't have warranty. I just had home insurance, so I hit them up and I was like, yo, I need warranty. They was like, I bet. So I'm paying them like $55 a month for that, but I gotta wait a month to
cash in
to hit them up for my first claim. So as soon as like June 18th is when the month is up, I'm gonna call them and be like, yo, my air conditioner just broke, so they're gonna come up here and they're gonna fix that month for free at that point. And I'm like, all right, bet. So I just gotta thug it out. But here's the thing though.
So what's Tank Tops to the 18th?
Yeah, but so I'm only in this. The only reason why I'm even doing this right now is because this is where my setup is in. I got like this little podcast room, but I just turned my 2-car garage into an Airbnb. So that thing got Airbnb. That thing got AC. So I'm in there. So I'm gonna be sleeping in there. So obviously, wifey and I we in there. So
yo, DJ Jeremiah said, yo, they're gonna use this as ammo.
It's a fact.
In a battle. They're gonna angle no fans.
Go to angle.
I said, yo, Loso.
No. It's only fans. That's what
only fans.
Only fans.
Loso and the only fans.
Your AC was broke. There we go. Yeah, man. You know what? To bring up something, because you just brought that up. We don't hear much about. Well, at least I don't. But I know you have posted it. Like your family, right? You're married? How long have you been married? You have kids? What's going on with you?
5 years. 5 years been married.
Let's go.
Actually, be 5 years in July 29th.
Nice.
But no kids. No
Okay.
kids. I definitely I want kids. So I know that kind of sounded sketchy. So let me rewind. No, this is what I'm saying. So when I remember, bro, I was like, yo, I want kids right away. But I started battle rap. I started traveling a lot, and then I always be thinking to myself, like, man, you know, what would that do? And this sounds selfish, but those are thoughts. This is just me being transparent. Those are thoughts in my head at times. Mm-hmm. Like, I remember there was a point in my life where I felt I felt like I would be discontent if I never had a kid. I felt like there would be something missing.
Right.
I don't know if I fully feel that way now. You know what I'm saying? Like if I have a kid, praise God. If I don't, praise God.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? So, but there's times, you know, obviously where I'm just like, man, I really do want to, you know, I want a little girl, I want a little boy or whatever, you know what I'm saying? But then there's times where I'm like, you know, life is kind of good right now. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
So
Yeah.
I be calling up the homies and they're like, man, you know, I got the girls today, or I got this. You know what I'm saying? I'm just like, all right, you know, it is what it is. But
no, we know it's a lot having kids, man. It's and then with you traveling, I'm sure it'll be a lot for your wife to take care of the baby, and you know.
Yeah.
So it's definitely wise to wait until you feel like, all right, you know.
Yeah.
I'm out of this battle rap.
We'll see. Yeah. Hopefully I could hit the jackpot and I just sit on a beach somewhere, bro, and that's it.
Okay.
Well, you already bought a beach.
Yeah, that's a fact.
Right.
I just gotta work while I'm on the beach. That's the
thing. Before we cut it off, I wanted to ask because it intrigued me a little bit. So you turn your garage into Airbnb, right? So what got you to do that?
So I was actually going to turn my garage. It's a 2-car garage. I was going to turn the 2-car garage into it was going to be an office space. I had like this whole vision, like a man cave type of joint. And then while I was doing that, I looked at my bank account and I was like, this ain't really going to be bringing in the money that I'm putting in. So I was like, man, you know what? Let's just do Airbnb. And so while we were doing it, you know, I talked to the dude. I spent about 20 grand to get it done, and it actually just got done this week. And so so everything is ready now. We just got to furnish it. Wow. But that was I just want another stream of income. And out here I'm in a really, really good location. And so you know, I feel like I could probably do maybe about like, I'm gonna start it off maybe like $80 a night. It's like 500 square feet. So, you know, it got a kitchen, it got a bathroom, you know, it got a closet, it's gonna have a big, you know, big TV in there. So I'm gonna hook it up so that, you know, obviously people see it. And so hopefully, you know, and that'll just pay my rent. I mean, not my rent, my mortgage. It'll just pay my mortgage and stuff like that. So, so that's the. I want to get. I am terrible when it comes to like really taking advantage of like how to kind of like really make income. I'm terrible at that. But that was just, I felt like that was just an easy way to kind of get my foot in the door of another stream of income.
Right.
And so hopefully down the line, I start learning a little more and maybe, you know, maybe get some more real estate. So
let's go.
Okay.
I'm going over there, man. I'm going to Loso's Airbnb. You heard?
Let me know, bro. I blocked the dates out.
I saw that Loso.
I got to see how cheap the flights are.
It's not bad, bro.
Yeah,
that's what's up. Yo, that's awesome because like we don't talk about the financial aspect, right? And what?
Yes, we do. What you mean?
I mean, not us, but I'm saying like CHH. You know, a lot of some CHH rappers we talk to, like Jared. You know what I'm saying? Who's into investments and different artists are have other things that are you know that we always talk about in our group chats, like investments, Airbnbs, vending machines, whatever it may be.
Right,
you know what I'm saying?
So ain't got the G packs and everything.
To have another source of income, you know what I'm saying? So that's pretty dope, man. And Godspeed with that, man.
That's what's up, man.
So with that being said, we appreciate Loso. We have the word of the day.
Check out his new single, yo.
Right.
Yo, that's a fact.
This dude like he forgot.
Switch, you don't really rock with me like that, bro.
Right. He's a fake fan.
How you forget?
Wait, Loso. Talk about why you hit me up the other day, man. I
hit Switch.
I felt good, like, bro. I'm like,
yo, Switch, man. I still remember this verse, bro. I'm over here at this. I had to basically do like some sort of testimonial piece or whatnot, and I was just like, yo, bro. What year did you write that joint, Switch?
He ain't gonna remember.
2009, probably earlier than that.
It had to be earlier than that, bro.
This dude don't even know.
I was listening to that when I was like in high school, bro.
Dang.
He said you old.
Yeah.
For real.
Yes.
Yo, I remember being 13 listening to Switch. I tell people that, bro.
Los, how old are you now? Can you discuss that?
I'm 32.
Oh, okay. So I'm 5 years older than you. All right.
So was you rapping at 18? Because that might be true then.
Yeah, I was rapping since like 15, 16.
But was you with like Magellan and Jazz and all of them? At that time?
Like 19, 20, 21.
And so you wrote No Hope when?
Like 22, 21.
Okay. So
no, earlier than that. Yeah, it had to be earlier than that. Because I dipped off like after 21. Once I got my own apartment, I was like wilding out.
Yeah. Okay, so man, we gotta have a show one day about Switch and his journey, because you definitely disappeared off the face of the earth. I couldn't find you for a couple years, and like praise God, you was just in the same group chat as me. That was fire.
Yeah.
But yeah, nah. So I had just hit him up. I was just like, yo, like I wanted to rap his verse, you know, and I ain't want somebody to post it, and then all of a sudden Switch sees it on YouTube. It's like,
Right.
Dang, Los, you over here, Millie Vanilli over here. You know what I'm saying? So I just hit him out. I said, yo, man, I still remember this joint. Yo, is it cool? And he was like, yeah, man, go ahead. So, but nah, that's definitely.
Did you record it?
I didn't. Somebody did. I'm pretty sure.
Oh, you gotta send me that.
Yeah. Hopefully, I ain't butcher the lyrics or nothing like that.
Yo, I was proud. I was proud at that moment, man.
Yeah.
Anytime I see about Loso, like my homies like, yo, you see that cat Loso, that Christian rapper? That dude is nice.
You gotta tell him, be like, yeah,
I'm
bro,
like, yeah, that's my man. I FaceTime him right now. That's my man.
You gotta tell you, like, yo, Switch, you gotta tell me, like, yo, he rapping because of me. I'm the one who's on, bro. He was listening to my mixtape.
No, DJ Jeremiah was not on ADF, but I was on the Reach, what was it called? The Reach mixtapes. You can check that out. ADF. Remember ADF?
Man, I don't. What does that stand for?
That was Jazz. That was Magellan. That was
okay.
Andre Jalil. That was known.
Y'all
don't know about that CHA New York history, y'all.
Where was Daniel Johnson?
Oh, Danny Johnson was around too.
Yeah.
Yeah.
See, this is, and that's crazy. I was in Tampa, bro. A young kid in Tampa was listening to this cat, bro.
How'd you get a hold of that tape?
Huh?
How'd you get a hold of that tape?
Man, it was YouTube, bro. I was just minding my business on YouTube, and but I was already kind of listening to Switch. I don't know if you remember at the time they had what was it, Youth Explosion, or was it like
Youth Explosion? That was what in
Christ Tabernacle or something?
Oh, Christ Tabernacle, yeah. Every Friday.
So like I must have been listening to somebody in that camp. It might have been Magellan or something like that. And then, you know, I kind of, while I'm doing searching, I'm finding this guy, and Switch was sampling Paul Washer a lot, which I was on at the time. And so I was like, yo, who's this kid? Who's this guy like sampling Paul Washer? And I'm listening to the lyrics, and I was like, yo, I'm over here struggling with this female too. And Switch talking about, you know, going to this chick house, bringing over his toothpaste and his boxes. And I'm like, yo, he preaching right now. I was like, I know exactly what he's talking about. And so as a Christian too, and so I felt I really appreciated the transparency, and he could rap too, you know what I'm saying? So that's what kind of just, you know,
and that was the New York mixtape like
Yeah.
days. Like that was like when Dipset and all them was out. So we was like, we was on that type of time.
And for me, when I first became a Christian, like I had people around me that were like, yo, you can't, like, yo, listening to secular hip hop was a sin. So like for me, in my mind, I was like, dang, well, if I can't listen to, you know, Fabulous, like who am I gonna listen to? And I was like, oh, Switch sound kind of, you know, up north and stuff like that. So let me go ahead and turn this on. So that's
right.
Wow.
Looks great. Y'all maybe come out of retirement, yo.
What is that?
Yo, Loso, so you owe me a verse, man. That's it, man. Because
I got you, bro. That's love.
Oh, let's go.
Switch, you ain't gotta say nothing, bro. You know I got you.
Let's go.
Let's talk about the single, man.
I'm gonna just rap the verse that I rap from you, bro. Nah, man, yo. So I just recently just dropped a single. So Battle just dropped as well. Loso versus Craig Lamar's on YouTube, and then dropped the single the next day, and it's called Apologies. Shout out to my boy Alano out in Orlando. He produced the track, and it's a fire track, you know what I'm saying? So that we dropped the video, and it's kind of just, you know, like, yo, I'm just kind of just grinding for the Lord, and you know, I'm not really sorry about it or whatnot. So it's kind of more like an upbeat joint that I'm you know, more you don't really hear me on too much. It's like a different style too, but I'm doing that, and then I'm planning for a bigger single. I try to drop like one big single where I go all out on a music video and everything. And so I did one last year. It was called Till I'm Home, which I'm really, really proud of. and then this year I'm going back to Colombia again to shoot another music video, and so that'll be in August. So
bring back some arepas.
Hey man, they don't know about arepas, bro. Sancocho, all that, but I got you.
What about aguadilla? No,
what's that?
He said
that's a city in PR.
Oh
no, what's the name of that drink that they have?
Oh, aguardiente.
Aguardiente, yeah, whatever you call that.
He said
I was like, I knew, you know what? I thought you was talking about liquor. I was like, if you talking about aguardiente, I was like, all right.
This guy,
yo, how did that joint with Elevation? That joint is new, or that's
yeah. So the last,
how did that happen?
So I have been working with them since 2020. I think they first reached out 2017. 2017 they reached out, and they needed somebody to write a verse really, really fast at the time, and so I end up
who else, right?
Huh?
Who else but you?
Yeah, so they hit me up, and I was really honored at the time. So it did so well, that particular project we did, that I ended up doing like 3 other projects within like the next like 2 years with them. But then from 2019 to 2022, now I hadn't really had any they were I saw them like kind of outsourcing to different other rappers and stuff, which is fine. And so they recently just hit me up again for Easter, and they were like, yo, we got this song, but we want to do a remix to it. We want you to come in and perform. And so came out there, wrote it. I sent them a little reference. They fell in love with it. And so went up there and performed it, man. It's always dope when you get to perform in front of that crowd. It's like I tell people, like, the way they kind of execute what they execute as far as like the production, bro, it's like the Grammys out there. And so that's like the highest level of, like, as far as when I'm doing music, that's like the highest level of like production I've ever been around. But salute to them, man. They killed it. I wish they would make it an official remix. That'd be really fire. So
wait, Elevation is the church, right? Is that Mike Todd's church?
No, that's Stephen
Stephen. Oh, okay, my fault.
Yeah. Yo, whatever happened to that film you was at in LA? Did it come out yet?
Yo, you know what, bro? They just got it sitting.
Oh, really?
They literally just got it sitting, bro. So I did, I'm doing some I did a couple of like these like little TV shows that they do like a little web series online, did that. But we shot the movie, and it was called Masters. It was a fire joint, and they just I don't know if they're trying to like move it and trying to give it to somebody else. I mean, it's not like amazing, so I don't know who they want to pick it up. But the writer has actually, so I don't know if y'all know Morgan Cooper. He's the director of the Bel Air joint, right?
Yeah.
And so he's a huge supporter of me, bro. Like he shouted me out a bunch of times. Anyway, he's linked up with the writer of that other joint that I did, and so they trying to do a battle rap TV show or a battle rap movie or something like that. And from what they told me, this, I don't ever try to like get too excited. I'm just like, I ain't saying nothing until I ain't getting excited until I see my name on that contract. But it was just like, yo, we want you to be in it though. And I was like, word. And so I said, all right, bet. So we'll see. Hopefully, something comes about it. But if not, it's just dope to even see battle rap kind of like, get some love like that. So,
right. Or even that people tap in with you too. You know what I mean? That they recognize you.
But it's definitely happening though. Like they doing something like that. I just don't know if I'm gonna be a part of it. But if I am, bro, that'd be fire.
Facts.
That's fire.
Just moving on up, man. He got a movie deal. This dude's gonna be the next Tom Cruise over here.
Hopefully I get something like that, bro. If you get in the Marvel show though, you set.
You good.
Yeah, exactly.
Loso, you got one big comment, man, and this has to be done. It's from Kyle. It says you should apologize for battle rapping.
So
why do you even get this dude to time, man?
That's hilarious.
Are you gonna apologize publicly for battle rapping?
I apologize to you, guys. My bad for offending you, bro. I didn't mean to grieve your spirit, my guy.
Yo, this dude is.
Yo, with that being said, man, we got the word of the day. We got Ecclesiastics 8:5. It says, "Whoever keeps the command will know no evil thing, and the wise heart will know that the proper time and the just way."
Bars.
Those are the bars for today. We appreciate you, Loso, for coming through, man.
Always.
Definitely touched on some controversial topics.
Yeah,
so
exactly.
Get ready for Twitter to blast you and all that.
Right.
And bully you.
A little trailer joint. Remember the last joint? Yo, remember the last joint with me and Nicky Jam on there? People was hitting me. I was like, yo, what's this about? And I'm like, they just.
Oh, you know, our clip game is on point.
This time it's gonna be me and Gawvi with like
back to back. Throw Ravi in there too.
Yeah. Oh, yo, that'll be so crazy.
You said what?
He said me, Gawvi, and Ravi.
Oh, no.
Y'all terrible.
Yo, where can people find you and give them all the details?
Yo, Instagram and Twitter, both of the same handles, Everything Loso, or you go to my website, everythingloso.com. This fall, I will be on tour for 10 weeks straight with Poets and Autumn, man. So make sure that y'all tuned in. We will be dropping dates June 10th. We'll be dropping the official date for each city June 10th, but we'll be hitting every major city in the country. So make sure that y'all tune in. Other than that, man, another big battle announcement coming soon. And we working, man. So yeah,
we need to hit every city then, y'all.
Yeah.
Right.
Yes, sir.
That'd be dope.
Thank everybody in the comments for hanging out today. And to our audio only listeners, thank you for listening. Make sure you hit those reviews on Apple Music, and Spotify now allows you to rate our podcast. So if you haven't already, make sure you rate us and leave those reviews. If you'd like to support the podcast, make sure you could do that by going to the link that's pinned in the YouTube comments right now and become a YouTube member. And also by going to that'snotchristian.com and get yourself some fly piece of merch. And yeah, we'll see you on the next episode. Hit that subscribe button. Jimmy, you look like you were going to say something.
Yeah, he would say, don't rate us, Kyle.
Oh, he already thumbs down this episode.
He already thumbs down the episode, right? Like, yo, block that, man.
Thank you, everybody, and Loso, stick around. We'll see you on the next episode. Peace.
Peace.
Let's cancel Loso.
What up, Bryson?